200 rebounds, and 100 assists in a single postseason. Chris Middleton led the Bucks with 40 points, so now the Bucks have had a 40-point score in 3 consecutive games. Only one other team in history has done that. That's the 1993 Bulls. Of course, it was Michael Jordan who did all the work. He had 4 straight 40-point games. It's Thursday, July 15th. It's the birthday of Damian Lillard. He's 31 today. He's with Team USA as they get ready for Tokyo. Can they work out the kinks in their final 2 exhibitions this weekend? Will the finals go 6 or 7? Our Monica McNutt is here this morning just after 8 o'clock Eastern time with KJZ. They're next. I'm Jay Reynolds. Back tomorrow with Sports Center all night. It's ESPN Radio.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zoomin starts next at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN News.
What are you working on today? You could be helping us help customers. June is National Hiring Month, and we're hiring thousands of new AutoZoners to fill manager roles, driver spots, warehouse jobs, and sales team positions. More than half of AutoZone store managers are promoted from within. With more than 7,000 new management opportunities every year, AutoZone provides opportunity to drive your career. Apply today at careers.autozone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
It's time for some straight talk. We've all been there. You have some real work to do, but the free Wi-Fi where you're working isn't going to cut it. It's like leaving the winning runner stranded on third base. Not good. Well, now you can be your own hotspot with Straight Talk's Ultimate Unlimited plan. Get 10 gigs of hotspot data for just $55 a month. All on America's largest, most dependable networks. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. Compatible device required. See straighttalk.com.
Thursday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio. The second half of the season begins with one game. Red Sox, Yankees. Coverage begins today at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
Yo, Pablo Torre here, host of the ESPN Daily Podcast. When you want to go beyond your feed, when you want to get inside the score, when you want to get behind the highlight, there's ESPN Daily. Go deeper into the stories of the moment. Get the exclusive access and insider perspective that only ESPN can give you. ESPN Daily, hosted by me, Pablo Torre. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Coming up on the Max Kellerman Show. And just like that, we've got a series. Bucks even up the finals at 2-2. Tune in. The Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays, 2 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN+.
Bart and Hahn.
Doing the same thing and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity.
Hey, this is Anthony Gargano for Royal Billiard and Recreation, the Delaware Valley's ultimate game room store since 1982. Pool tables, foosball, darts. Royal Billiard is the game room store for all your man cave needs. And their sales and service team's the best in the industry, helping you choose the right products for your home and installing them with a smile. Custom and pre-made bars, bar and counter stools, hot tubs by Nordic, and much, much more. Visit the Royal Billiard Showroom in Hatfield, PA, or at royalbilliard.com.
Dunkin' has a tasty way to take an afternoon break without breaking the bank. Perk up your PMs with Sip Me Ups. From 2 to 6 p.m., you can get a medium hot or iced latte or cappuccino for $2, or enjoy with a delicious handcrafted medium hot or iced signature latte for $3. With creamy steamed milk and rich espresso, Dunkin' lattes and cappuccinos are the perfect way to reset, recharge, or even just relax. To recap, swing by for Sip Me Ups, $2 and $3 lattes and cappuccinos from 2 to 6 p.m. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's John Kincade, and I'm inviting you to join us, our show, for the best away game trip ever, to see the Birds in Vegas this October. We're all going with PhillySportsTrips.com. It's a 4-night trip, including a charter flight, if you get in early, a welcome party at Planet Hollywood Hotel on the 50-yard line of the Strip, a private magic show by John Dorenbos, awesome tailgate by Cavs Caterers, and then the game. Don't miss this epic trip with the John Kincade Show. So go to PhillySportsTrips.com and put a deposit down now. That's phillysportstrips.com.
97.5 The Fanatic is an equal opportunity employer and is dedicated to performing broad outreach to fill job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local community organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Community organizations that wish to receive our job posting should contact the Fanatic's business office by calling 610-771-9750. We also encourage listeners to visit bbgi.com, where you'll find an online listing of job openings at Beasley Media Group, LLC. WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
And we get alive. A Thursday edition of The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. And we appreciate you getting up with us. Bradford White Water Heaters bring you the 6 o'clock hour, as they always do. Bradford White is here for the Pro, and we've got everything all lathered up. We've got the Open Championship we've been watching. Now, Bob, I was saying, with it over Jamie's shoulder, I'd be tempted to watch. I think you could find a way to focus. I'd be tempted to watch. Jamie,
I want to watch.
I wouldn't be able to turn around and watch.
No, you're screwed.
Everybody would be watching over Jamie's shoulder.
Yeah.
So the call is this, Pat. If Coach was here this morning, and he'll be here a little bit later, Coach would say, turn it the hell off, right? That'd be Coach's word, would you say? You are Coach
look, I mean, when Coach isn't here.
When Coach is away, the mice will play. I don't know.
What Coach doesn't know won't hurt him. And plus, it's just us girls here, so no one's listening. He's not going to find out.
Yeah, we got to have the focus going here. So we're should be a great morning, and hopefully you will hang out with us as we will try not to complain. And we'll try to have some fun and have a good time this morning with you. Philadelphia Sports Scene 2021. I'm trying to go back and find a time where the disarray, that being the key word, the disarray for our sports teams might be the worst that it's ever been. Just bear with me here. Flyers, a certifiable mess. The Eagles, their lowest preseason expectations since 1999, according to Las Vegas. The Phillies approaching a trade deadline where they still really don't know where they stand as contenders. The 76ers wondering if they're going to trade away one of the cornerstones of the much heralded process. With great turmoil, I had a boss once tell me, comes the possibility of a fantastic turnaround. But it is also a time where there's some fear. It can be disheartening at times. And to me, it's just an overall odd feeling. Because I like to know what's going to happen. I like to know, here's how much money's in the bank account. Here's where I'm going to dinner tomorrow night. Here's my plan for next week. All the indecision sort of leaves me as a sports fan feeling a little bit uncomfortable. We're right now, we got a front row to a seat right on the edge of a cliff. And the question is, are we falling completely over? Are certain franchises falling over? And more importantly, which franchises have us feeling good a year from today better than we feel today? And that's where we begin the 6 o'clock hour. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan. We got Dylan in this week for Heavy Chevy, producing the show and directing it on YouTube and twitch.tv. And we've got Connor Thomas on his last day of double duty before he leaves for Mexico. So he joins us here. Hi, Bob.
He's got a good life, that Connor.
It's a good time that he's taking off. I'm glad he's taking off.
You know, he leaves here today, does a little bit of wash, does the Mike Missinelli show, shows his face on television, has cornhole tonight, and then gets on a plane tomorrow and goes to Mexico.
Costume change, too, between the two shows.
Oh, yeah, he's got to put on.
Because he doesn't dress for our show the way he dresses for the Mike Missinelli show.
No.
I barely recognize the kid.
Yeah.
Hair is perfectly coiffed. He's clean.
Yeah, for us, we get the smelly Connor.
Yeah, we get Connor just rolling out of bed, Connor, at that point. So, okay, a year from today, I bring you out to July 15th, middle of July next year. By the way, the NBA season will have been well over because they're going back to an old schedule relatively. so it'll be all over. Hockey won't be coming into this, so we'll be sitting in a period of time where we're waiting right after the All-Star break in baseball, right after that All-Star game. If I was to say to you, Bob, who do you have the most confidence that this time next year we're going to be talking a lot better about that team than we are this year? And maybe it's going to be 2 or 3 teams.
I'll take it another way. How about this? Go back to July of last year and how excited we were for 3 of the 4 teams. And now we go to this year and looking towards next year like the practice that you're doing now. I don't know.
I think of the day I arrived, and I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was so excited to be home.
And that's what's horrible about all this is that it's not only the indecisiveness that you have moving forward with all these teams, it's that they have nothing to show you that what their future is. I don't know what the Flyers are. Are they going youth? Is the goalie the guy that they're going to ride? Is it, are they looking for veterans to carry things out? Who's going to get taken in the expansion draft? With the Sixers, you laid it out, John. One of the cornerstones of this process. You don't know if he's going to be here or not. Many people don't want him here. It's just the Phillies, buy, sell. We talked about it endlessly. Where are you with that? Are you going to go a youth movement? Are you going to try to get more veterans here? It's not only that it's a bad time, John, that you laid out. It's that it turned so quickly. This time last year, we were thinking, oh, my God, this is a great time.
So could it turn positively by next July?
I guess.
For a multiple number of teams, James?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Eagles are on their way up because, they're retooling, rebuilding, whatever you want to call it. I think the Sixers will be fine because I trust in Daryl Morey.
So you're saying next year we'll be talking about a team that at least gets to conference final?
Yeah, I think they'll be a top 4 seed again next year.
No, I'm talking about getting there. Not regular season.
Well, we would hope.
Because we'd be talking. Guess what? Because if they don't make the Final Four next year, we're not talking about them better next July than we are now.
No, I just have.
If they wet the bed again,
I just have trust in the guy that's the steward of this roster right now. Phillies, I think, are going to be kind of fun the second half.
Okay.
Flyers, I have no clue on. Because I don't, like what Bob said, what are they?
I have no idea what they are. So, Pat, why don't you start with that Flyers? Because we've got 3 guys here saying, I don't know what they are.
Okay, so I have to make chicken salad out of chicken. No, because it's the truth. It's a very fair assessment. I mean, you had hope in a franchise goaltender who looked broken last year, both mentally and his play. He just didn't look right. The front office doesn't. They need to have a formulate plan on what to do because they really don't have a veteran leader necessarily. They don't have a good D-core. I think it can be fixed. But the expansion draft will be interesting. Will Dave Haxtell pick his old guy in Jake Voracek, or will they try to pedal off JVR? I mean, that organization is probably going to have, I think, the biggest turnaround of all 4 major teams.
So you think Flyers could be the one?
In between last season and this season, I think they could have a big turnaround, a roster overhaul, I should say. I think the answer to your question, though, is the Eagles, because this time, in a year from now, we're going to be talking about either the 3 first-round picks that they just drafted, or we're going to be talking about a quarterback they traded for.
I absolutely agree with Pat's assessment there.
Wow.
How's
that feel?
The Eagles, I know it's scary, but it's early, and I was sleep-deprived a little bit. I am an absolute believer that this time next year, we will be speaking more highly of the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because right now, I think we will know a lot more about what we have, and I think we will be so excited about what we're getting. Either way, we will be more excited about
what we're getting. In what
as far
what
as
way?
the draft, the draft picks or otherwise. Or, as Pat said, if you get over the scandal, if they were to go and acquire a Deshaun Watson or something like that, there would be the immediate people saying, oh, this is scandalous, it doesn't. But it would wear off because we'd end up saying, okay, now we just got to talk about football.
Yeah.
And if Deshaun Watson was the quarterback of the Eagles right now, I wouldn't go the Adam Schefter route, but I'd be speaking a lot more highly of their chances. In fact, I think I'd pick them to win the division.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's big.
I think I would. Because I would say they can get the 9. With Deshaun Watson, they could get to 9 or 10.
Yeah, I'm out. I don't want to hear that name. I don't want to hear that name related to the Eagles. I'm done. I don't want that.
It might be a reality,
I just don't want
though.
it.
Just so you prepare yourself. This might be a reality, Bob.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I know, I understand.
Yeah.
It could, it would make it really uncomfortable, but it really could be. This could end up being part of it.
And people were honest, like, oh, Schefter brought it up. Why is it a thing? Just for people to know, Adam Schefter doesn't bring that up yesterday unless there's something serious going on. So it's not us overreacting to what he said. There's something there.
No, there's something there.
He said it 10 times.
Yeah, that's right.
Connor went back and counted. He said it 10 times in the interview.
10 times during the show yesterday. That's a possibility. Yeah.
And honestly, what that is it's the idea that he's got tangible information.
Yeah.
And what it tells me is he's got tangible information, Jamie, of the Eagles' interest to make that move should it become available.
My name's Adam. Yeah, and our friend Adam there is the leader in breaking Eagles news. He's very tied into what's going on in that building, so there's no reason not to doubt what he says, shocking as it is.
Yeah, you can't. I don't doubt it at all. But I don't know if it's the Texans' intention. Is it I guarantee you this: it's the Texans' intention to unload him.
Well, no question. Yeah,
man.
I mean, this all started with him asking for a trade request, so they were going to be in on that, and then all the legalities and.
I'd like to tell Cameron, one of our listeners, how much I respect him. He sent me and I told him so. He sent me what I considered to be almost a nasty email yesterday.
Cameron.
No. I'm going to give him credit.
Okay.
About the fact, and I got it when we were golfing, and I didn't look at it. And it was about the fact that you guys are publicly smearing Deshaun Watson. You're talking about Deshaun Watson like he's a bad guy. This is a young man just trying to get his groove on and all this kind of stuff. So I just sent him back the Houston, I guess it's a Houston Chronicle or the text message, the DMs that have already been publicly submitted, the DMs that were involved.
Right.
And I sent it back to Cameron. And I said, Cameron, these aren't women making this up. These are documented, and these are the conversations that were had. Tell me the context of the conversation where a woman says, now look, if I'm going to come over and give you a massage, remember, this time it's all about a massage. That's all it is. Tell me what context that would be in. And he apologized. He hadn't done his research on the story.
Oh,
and he says, yes, that does sound really creepy. He did say, though, at the end, yeah, but none of it is violent. None of the women are claiming he was violent against them.
I think Cameron's a troll.
I'm like, no. I think he did a good job. He said he hadn't read and done the research on the story. So, hey, raise a glass to Wendy's new bourbon, bacon, cheeseburger. Bob, that doesn't mean, by the way, you get a bacon cheeseburger
Why not?
and have a glass of bourbon with it. Because the bourbon is right on it in the bourbon sauce.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a bourbon masterpiece that you eat at participating Wendy's. It is a Thursday, so that means it is a Wendy's Thursday.
That's good news.
On the John Kincade Show.
You tired today? You all right?
I am. It was the sun, I think.
Sun got to you yesterday,
so nice, though. So much
We had a good time yesterday.
Bluebell Golf Club, Country Club, absolutely awesome. Joey and his whole crew couldn't have been more just accommodating and wonderful. We were out there for the kicking off the John Kincade Show golf tour. You can go check it out at 97.5thefanatic.com. You can maybe win a $200 gift card and find out about some of the great places to play golf in Jamie's home county there, Montgomery County.
Yeah, I've been on quite the tour this week myself.
You really have.
I've played 4 different Montgomery County courses.
When does your bride come home?
Today. The dream is over. I'm actually.
Oh, my God. Really? You just said that.
Well, I mean, the golf dream.
The golf dream. You see, say golf dream. Make sure you say golf dream.
Yeah.
Maybe the dream's over for her, too, coming home to you.
Yeah. 4 days in a row in this heat. I'm good.
Oh, my gosh.
I got my fix for a little bit.
It was, but you know what, though? The shower after
it's a good
being
feeling.
out all day. And
I wouldn't know. I still haven't taken one.
What are you, Connor? Come on now. It was after a day in the heat like that. Absolutely awesome.
Drained you a little bit, huh?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah?
I pee my pants. I'm going over and, no, I didn't really have anything to pee out. I am going to play Saturday morning, so I'm going to go and putt. I had the worst day of putting that I've ever had yesterday.
It's in your head, John. It was in your head. I tried to give you positive thoughts, but you just weren't listening.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think positive thoughts were in my. That was the worst putting performance I've ever had in my life. Terrible. And the greens, immaculate.
Yeah.
At the Bluebell Country.
Yeah, they were nice.
So great job. Check out the John Kincade Show Golf Tour. You can check it on out at 97.5thefanatic.com. And remember, we'll have FanFest tickets to give away if you are so inclined to want to attend FanFest Saturday, September the 18th at Xfinity Live. It's presented by FanDuel Sportsbook and Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia, the official hotel partner and after party of 97.5 The Fanatic's FanFest 2021. You've got to be 21 to enter FanFest. And, boy, that seems to be the topic of discussion from everybody. Hey, FanFest.
Yeah.
FanFest tickets? How do you get FanFest tickets?
We were talking to Joey yesterday after he left. I said I'm going to give him some FanFest tickets.
Good. I hope he comes out.
Yeah, so guys from Bluebell are going to come on out to FanFest.
That'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a good time out there.
Yeah.
That was this sun, though. This sun and this heat, this is incredible.
It's 91 again today.
Another hot day today.
Yeah, it's hot out there.
Be ready for that. And where's the rain, though?
Like I think Saturday there's a chance.
Right, hopefully after
it usually comes on the weekends.
Well, hopefully after I play golf would be great. But because usually the heat can get broken up a little bit by the we're not getting it as much. All right, Game 4 of the NBA Finals. I thought for sure last night on the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. I absolutely thought the Phoenix Suns were going to cover that line last night.
I bet the Phoenix Suns last night.
I did too.
I almost did and didn't.
Down the stretch, I'm saying, man, this is a game. Well, it was a game, sort of. And then Giannis steps up with one of the greatest defensive plays I've ever seen at a critical part of a finals game in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
It
critical
matched
block.
the LeBron block, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was right there with it. It was phenomenal on Andre.
He double jumped.
It was absolutely awesome.
He partially jumped for the pass and then turned around and shot up again. And I was like, damn.
The reaction to go from, you literally turn your body.
Yeah.
From Devin Booker and you're turning around and then you're able to elevate like that and make that play and so disciplined.
It helps when your limbs are 6.5 feet long. That certainly is an advantage.
But isn't that a footwork play, Bob?
It is. The double jumper or the recoil, like Jamie is describing, is an unbelievably athletic play. You know, when you're teaching people, if you do teach, like blocking shots is an instinct. You try to teach people, try not to block when you're that big as Giannis is. Try not to jump until the offensive guy jumps. Don't jump until after him, because when you anticipate jumping, that's when fouls occur or you're not in a good position. But what he did last night on that play is so athletic and something. Every time I watch Giannis, I think of Ben Simmons. I just wish he would watch the way he plays, because I think their games could be very similar.
I absolutely love I love watching great players elevate their game at great times.
Yeah.
Giannis is having an amazing NBA, conference finals and finals.
2+ 40-point games already. Yeah, he's been dominant.
And on the defensive end, making a big difference, too,
Sure.
which is great. And so right now you've got the...
I don't even know if Ben Simmons could be half of what Giannis is.
I'm so pissed, though, as I watch it. And Pat, that's the biggest thing I'm taking away is, as I had the air conditioner cranked down to like 68 last night, I just wanted blowing on me last night. The idea of...
Wait, you said crank down to 68?
Yeah.
Well, you got to go lower.
Cold?
You got to go lower than that.
Oh, I can't. No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna.
68's fine.
Pat, I'm in a 1 bedroom. It feels like an ice box. It was like an ice box, and I needed it.
That's living right there.
But I'm watching the NBA Finals, saying, "Holy!" And I know we've talked about this before, and I don't want to bang on it, but it's just this. I kept looking, saying the Sixers could be winning an NBA title this year.
Yep, that's the worst part about watching any part of this series is you can't help but think what could have been had they, as Danny Green says, not my words, his, not taken the Atlanta Hawks lightly.
Taking the Hawks lightly. Bob, for the life of me, I cannot understand. When I'm watching this NBA final, I'm saying that title was there for the taking.
Yeah. Oh, no question about it. And, you know, you watch this game last night, and look, Phoenix, to me, and I said this a couple weeks ago, is playing the best basketball in the NBA. I just think they're the best team right now. But that's what happens when you have that home and home series. You know, you have that series that happens the way it does. Milwaukee's going to come back. They win these 2 games. And you watch it and you say, God, the Sixers could totally match up with these guys. And
who do they match up better with? Bucks or Suns?
I think Milwaukee. I think perimeter games hurt the Sixers when other teams have really, really good perimeter games like Phoenix does with Booker. I just think that's something the Sixers, for some reason, even though they have great perimeter defenders, I think that hurts them. I think matching up with Giannis for the Sixers is something right down their alley.
All I see is Conan O'Brien beating them in Game 7 with Herter.
Herter.
Just hitting shot after shot after, and wide open shots too.
Yeah.
Because when I hear like the Sixers perimeter defense was absent in that Hawks series. I have no freaking idea what happened.
Yeah, Nate McMillan did a good job of getting the matchups that he wanted instead of the ones that the Sixers wanted. That's what it boiled down to. I mean, Ben Simmons is a great defender, but when you have a good coach on the other side that knows how to scheme and pick and move people off of people.
I thought we had the great coach. I mean, and that's something I keep coming back to, too. I thought we had the great coach.
He got outcoached in that series.
By Nate McMillan.
Yeah.
Who elevated to a job in March.
But he did have a successful run in Indiana. He's a good coach.
He had a good run in Indiana. I mean, as good as you can, I guess you can be in Indiana. I think Indiana's going to have much better days now. I think Rick Carlisle's going to.
He's a good coach.
He's a really, really good coach.
I mean, talking to people around the league while he was coaching, he's, as much as we say he's great and other people do, he's still one of the most underrated coaches in the league also. But it's unbelievable how many people in the NBA love him as a head coach.
From what I've been hearing, he couldn't wait to get the hell away from
Cuban.
No. That's exactly what people wondered. Do you want to get away from Mark Cuban?
Luka.
Really?
Couldn't wait to get away from him.
Huh.
Lucas.
Does he smell?
No, Lucas
BO?
supposedly a little
That's me.
Maybe not the most coachable fellow. Maybe I've got this figured out. Just sort of, and
I'd argue he does.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard to argue with his production.
But how do you give credit for what Carlisle puts him in that position, right?
You do. I mean, this is a chicken and egg situation,
right.
But
this usually happens in the NBA, right? Where the young star ends up throwing out their first coach, runs them out of town, hates them.
Then they get
a new coach in there.
It's a dangerous thing if you let that happen.
Oh my gosh, that won't work. I just look at a guy like Rick Carlisle and say, man, I think he is a stable force. I think he's just one of those stabilizing forces.
Yeah.
I thought Doc was going to be more, and I'm not making a judgment on his total tenure, but this year was just so disappointing. I'm tired of it. Hey, Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to make Jamie Lynch smile. Handcrafted beverages for the summer like Chips Ahoy smoothies, milkshakes, and more. Gotta have a Wawa. Now, when I hear the term smoothie, I think health.
Yeah.
Right? I'm thinking health.
Yeah.
Now, when I hear Chips Ahoy smoothie, I'm thinking deliciousness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not thinking health. I'm thinking deliciousness.
Well,
it's chocolate chip cookies in a smoothie.
I'll have to try it out and report back on its healthy nature.
You are fitness. Yeah. You are the fitness portion of the show.
Absolutely.
So you're the guy that we count on for that. So you going to try that, Pat? You want to try the fitness smoothie?
Oh, I actually had a Wawa smoothie last night.
Did you have a Chips Ahoy smoothie?
I didn't. I had the mint chocolate chip.
Oh, it sounds good.
My favorite ice cream, mint chocolate chip.
Yeah, it was really good.
I love it.
Mint chocolate chip, awesome. And you know who else is? Barack Obama. Also, he's
is that right?
Obsessed with mint chocolate chip. But he likes green mint chocolate chip.
I like the green.
Mint chocolate chip is green. Chocolate chip mint is white. Mint chocolate chip is green. Chocolate chip mint is white.
Why has everything got to be about color in 2020?
I'm like cookies and cream, man.
Cookies. He's trying to figure. Your cookies and cream?
Yeah.
My wife likes cookies and cream. Not a big fan.
Delicious.
Don't want to do ice cream. So
or cookie dough.
All right, the Phillies. I've set an over/under. I'm going to see if Parks Casino Sportsbook app will put up my number. For the next 14 games, we'll get to it next. It's the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. I want you to follow the Parks Casino Sportsbook on Twitter at Parks Sportsbook for features, game information, and more, and some fantastic wagering content. Now, baseball returns tonight. You got the Yankees hosting Boston. And if Boston is going to put the Yankees to bed for good, this could be the series. They're off to a fantastic start. Now, this morning, you can be betting on the Open Championship. John Rahm, one of the biggest favorites in the Open Championship in decades. So you might want to bet on the favorite, or you might want to bet on some of the hole-by-hole wagering, things like that. The Open Championship is a perfect opportunity for you to get exposed to the Parx Casino Sportsbook app. You can get a $500 risk-free bet. Go to parxcasino.com/PA. Use promo code Fanatic. A risk-free bet up to $500. Download that app today. You will absolutely love it. The in-match wagering is fantastic during the Open Championship. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania. If you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
On winning teams, every player brings their unique strength and has an impact on the results. For the Showtime Los Angeles Lakers of the 80s, one of those players was Michael Cooper. He was one of only 3 players to play on all 5 of their championships. Alongside Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Cooper was the Defensive Player of the Year in 1987 and made the All-Defensive Team for 8 straight years. A vital role for the Showtime Lakers.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
It takes a professional basketball team stacked with star talent and experience to win a championship. And it's no different for your business. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the best candidates with the relevant skills and experience you need for free. Post a job in minutes, and LinkedIn Jobs will match you to the most qualified people across their network of 740 million professionals. Nearly 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn every week. You could have your star players in place this summer. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, folks, get out of the summer heat. Get into the luxury of a cool new Mercedes-Benz. If you're looking for a new car right now, new or pre-owned, why don't you make it a Mercedes-Benz? If you go see any one of my favorite dealerships, from the family of dealerships that I've been going to for years, Mercedes-Benz of Fort Washington, Mercedes-Benz of Westchester, or if you're down the shore, Mercedes-Benz of Atlantic City. If you have purchased a car from those other 2 dealerships, Fort Washington and Westchester, and you're down the shore and you need any kind of service, you can do it right there at Mercedes-Benz of Atlantic City. That's the beauty of the 3 dealerships being joined together. Now, every model, first-class comfort and classic style. I can recommend a couple SUVs for you. If you're looking for one for the fall season, how about the GLA? That's the nimble and easy one maneuver, and it has turbo power, which makes it quick on its feet. Or if you need a little more space to drive the family around, check out the GLC. That's one of my favorite models to drive. I love it. I've been driving one for the last couple of years. Plenty of space to hold your weekend bags and sporting equipment. The ride is amazing. So beat the heat this summer. Get your new car at any of the Mercedes-Benz dealerships, Mercedes-Benz Fort Washington, Westchester, or Atlantic City, online at yourmercedes.com.
Goodyear knows the importance of keeping momentum as you head down the stretch. Momentum starts with movement. It's pulled from the air like a contested rebound. Momentum builds with steals and fast breaks, and is proven by deep threes as the shot clock expires. Momentum is how we change the game, and now it's time to discover where it can take us. Goodyear, more driven.
Here's the dirt on dust. It may seem fine, but it's actually made of dead skin cells and dust mite droppings. That's where Swiffer Heavy Duty Dusters come in, with thousands of specially coated fibers to trap and lock dust in one swipe. Dust can't hide on ceiling fans and bookshelves anymore. When you're done, just remove the disposable cloth and voila! That dust is gone for good. Now that you know the dirt, say goodbye to the dust. Swiffer Heavy Duty Dusters. Stop cleaning. Start Swiffering.
So the dream was to build your very own law practice. Be your own boss, call all the shots. But have things like billing, HR, timekeeping, and all the other management stuff turned your dream into a nightmare? Take charge of your practice with Lexicon. We're the intersection of practice management software and legal support services for your firm. You'll get more billable and livable hours back. Lexicon marks the spot for all your practice management needs. Visit lexiconservices.com/intersection to get the whole story or schedule a demo.
At Lowe's, we know your home is an expression of you, and we see you walking down these aisles of possibility, running your finger on that marble top Allen & Roth vanity, regularly $5.99, but now $3.49, and finding that perfect rattan pendant at an everyday low price of $99.98. In our showrooms of style, you'll find whatever you're into at a price you'll really get into. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate at Lowes.com for details. Valid through 8/29/21. U.S. only.
O'Reilly.
When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside. Or you can have your parts delivered right to your door with free shipping on most orders over $35. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Enjoy a powerful business upgrade with Dell Technologies Black Friday and July event. Get amazing savings with up to 50% off high-performance computers and tech built for business. And be able to take your office with you with Windows 10 Pro. Plus, get great offers on Dell servers, monitors, docks, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. And speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today.
The new Bourbon Bacon Cheeseburger from Wendy's is here with our Applewood smoked bacon and our brand new Bourbon Bacon Sauce. Download the Wendy's app for delivery of this great new flavor today.
At participating Wendy's, delivery may vary by location. Prices may be higher than at restaurant. Delivery fees may apply. Wendy's app registration required.
Stars and Stripes Harley has secured 0% APR financing on all new Harley-Davidsons this week. Stars and Stripes Harley has over 300 Harleys on site ready for immediate delivery. Finance experts on site to help get you approved. 0% APR on all new Harleys this week at Stars and Stripes Harley. On approved credit ends Sunday.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, The Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You know we really like you when you listen on the radio, but we love you a little bit extra when you take us with you after your ride on the 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Welcome back to this Wendy's Thursday on the John Kincade Show, the new Bourbon Bacon Cheeseburger. That'd be a great lunch for you today. We're going to have Wendy's 2 for $4 breakfasts later.
Who's bringing it to us today? Do we know?
I'm not
Is it
sure.
Chuck?
I'm not sure. It might be Eric Kalper that would be bringing it this morning. I don't know. Maybe he's bringing it. Hey, participating Wendy's, go grab yourself 2 for $4 at Wendy's. Bob is un-American, I'm deciding.
Yet.
I'm bothered by the fact.
Bob, well played.
I am bothered by the fact, Pat, and Jamie and I really can't figure it out. Bob doesn't like The Price is Right.
I'm out. Oh, yeah. Okay. You are an American.
I
heard this conversation on the golf course yesterday. This is ridiculous.
Bob does not like.
You didn't hear anything on the golf course. You left.
Bob hates The Price is Right.
Hate it.
I think The Price is Right is joyous.
Oh, God. It's so stupid.
Hey. What do you like? And I'm not talking sports and sex shows. Other than Blue Bloods, what do you enjoy?
By the way, you're the youngest person that watches Blue Bloods. So, I mean, you've got that. You are the youngest
Blue
person.
Bloods is excellent.
You're the youngest person. My mom liked Blue Bloods. She passed at 91.
I enjoy fishing shows. I like to watch people catch fish out of the ocean.
What about a game show?
Game show. I love Jeopardy.
Okay, Jeopardy's
Watch it every night.
I feel like Jeopardy's.
Stephanopoulos
I feel like everybody.
guest host this week.
I feel like everybody likes Jeopardy, so that doesn't count. Next.
All right, am I un-American that I think it's time to stop paying homage to Alex Trebek?
Dude, what?
Well, because he's Canadian. What are you anti?
No, it's all right. I loved him. I loved Alex,
right.
but do we have to mention him every night now? It's been what, 6 months? It's time to move on.
Well, they haven't named his permanent replacement. And all those vultures are all circling, trying to get that prime piece of real estate that, by the way, is going to be, that's a job for life. I mean, it's a job for life. Everyone loves the show, so the ratings are never going to be poor. So Drew Carey stepped into Bob Barker's shoes. Drew Carey passed on a sitcom pilot, all this kind of stuff, when that job was open, and he pounced on it. And now he's set for life.
It's a horrible show.
It's a great show.
How do you think it's a horrible? It's a great show.
It's amazing. I love playing.
Of course. If either one of those shows come on in my house, my family knows to run and get the remote and change the channel because I can't stand it.
Watching game shows. Like yell at the contestants.
Yeah, you idiot.
Oh my gosh. It's the Rice of freaking Roni.
When was the last time you went grocery shopping?
The worst, by the way, is Jeopardy when there's a sports category.
Oh, my gosh.
And they do the easiest questions.
This sport is played with an orange ball that bounces.
I mean, they have no clue.
And they look confused. They look
Which
so
one
confused.
is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Drew Carey net worth. Take a guess.
$150 million.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he owns a soccer team.
Oh, I was going to say like 25.
He owns
The
Seattle Sounders. I would go with 30.
He's one of the owners.
2.
John is closest by a large margin. Drew Carey's net worth is approximately $180 million.
Oh my God!
He owns a soccer. He's a partial owner of a soccer team. He is he's diversified, and by the way, he got in on something with. There's some deal that he got in on a part of the portion of The Price is Right for less money and salary.
It's genius.
Wow,
it's genius.
Yeah,
it's absolutely genius.
I didn't realize he served in the Marine Corps.
Yes. Yeah.
How about that?
Drew Carey, he's
so did Adam Driver.
He frustrates me as a game show host sometimes because I think he's very.
Because he's on the stupidest show ever invented.
Some days I think he's mailing it in. Bob Barker never mailed it in. Bob never mailed it in.
No, he did not. Not
like
with,
our Bob,
not with those models.
Who never mails it in. Yes.
Never.
No, now they have dudes.
That's why he mails it in.
I think it's different. Yeah.
Notice the guy to girl ratio on the model showcases, and then those are usually the days where he mails
Price
it in.
is Right now they now have a white dude from Australia who for some reason even after COVID will not cut his hair or shave. And then they have a African American guy who played in the NFL like for a cup of coffee. Like he's a male model, but I think he was a Baltimore Raven for like a cup of coffee, and now he's a model. And they constantly have them like with their shirts off, with all this kind of stuff. And now the models, it's a different day on The Price is Right.
Hashtag not my price is right.
I'd love to go. I'd like to go. Hey, the Phillies have 12 of their next 14 games at home. There are 3-4 game series versus the Marlins, the Braves, and the Nationals. So the 3 teams that are behind you in the National League East, you've got 3-4 game series with them and a 2-game series with the Yankees mixed in at New York. It's an ambitious 2 weeks leading up to the Major League Baseball trade deadline. So I am going to channel the Parks Casino Sportsbook app and put a number on it. I'm setting the over-under right now at 7.5. Is anyone betting the over? In the next 12 games, the Phillies are 500. So I set the number at 7.5 because you've got 12 of 14 at home, which, by the way, is as good a stretch as you'll ever have in a Major League Baseball schedule. That's a really good stretch. So I put it to Bob. Over-under set at 7.5. 2 weeks from today, how will they have gotten through the 14 games?
That's a good line. And I think they go into the All-Star break with some positivity surrounding them.
Temperatures are hot.
I'm going to take the over by the half.
So you're going to say like 8.
I'm going to say 8-4 over this 12-game span.
Yeah, I was the same thinking, 8-4, because they're a really good home team. And, I think
so you bet the over.
Yeah, I think they're going to hold on to a little bit of that momentum they had.
I would go over based on the fact that I don't think they're playing anyone that's all that good.
See, that's the way I was more looking at it as opponents. I'm saying the Yankees are Yankees are okay.
Pitching stinks.
Marlins are not a real good club. Braves,
yeah, but they always give them a hard time.
Braves, by the way, I don't know if you saw with Ian Anderson. Now it looks like they're going to have to shut down Ian Anderson for a little bit.
Yeesh.
I mean, they're ravaged.
Yeah.
And the Nationals, I mean, this looks really good. By the way, after that 14-game stretch, you got a 7-game road trip where you're playing 3 at Pittsburgh and then 4 at the Nats. You got a chance. I mean, this team has a chance to really go on a run.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, by the way, that will lead you into a series with the Mets at home. A weekend series with the Mets. By the way, last time you'll play the Mets this year in Philly.
Good, and hopefully you missed DeGrom.
That would be nice.
Yeah, are we stupid here to think that Phillies are going to win 8 out of 12?
By the way,
home?
I put 7-5.
Did you? So you have the under?
I bet the under.
I would bet the under. Safer bet.
7-5, saying this has been a 500 team that they'll go 7-5. It won't be that great, but they'll still get themselves above 500. By the way, 8-4 is what if you want to win this division. This is the stretch where you've got to put together an 8-4.
You know what I don't like? I don't like that they're opening up with a doubleheader right away.
You don't like that?
I don't.
After all this time off?
That just bleeds split to me, and it takes you back to that mediocrity, blah, blah, blah. To me, to have a good 12-game stretch that we're talking about, they have to win that doubleheader. They have to take both games.
So you're saying then you feel like you're on a roll.
Then I feel really, really good. Could you imagine? I mean, one night after the All-Star break, you can be 2 games over 500. That's pretty cool, right?
All right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I just think it's a must. You got to win both of those.
What
games.
percentage in 2021? So I anticipate. See, I'm starting to speak Bob. And
smart man.
And what percentage of doubleheaders in 2021, don't use the Google machine, Pat, have been swept?
I use Bing.
Have been swept.
Percentage?
I would go 15%.
43%.
I'll go right in between the two of you. I was going to say about 30%.
Jamie is a genius.
I've often said that.
42.4%.
It's no big deal to me, you know, John. This brilliance just oozes out of me.
Okay, what about last year? What percentage was up? Because you always hear from people sweeping a doubleheader. It's always a split. It's a split.
Last year,
whole season,
46%,
30%.
Patty,
I would go 40%.
54% were.
I almost went higher. Damn it!
So 40. And by the way, the year before, sweeps, 58%.
Wow.
So we're actually down.
It's not. So the trend in baseball is actually 6 of the last 7 years, 6 of the last 8 years, is that teams sweep doubleheaders. More
need it on Friday.
So there you go. That's a good way that we can get that going and maybe bring that. I would go 7-5, but if that team goes 8-4,
we're partying.
Yeah, I think people are starting to get excited,
and I think Dave Dombrowski's starting to make some moves.
Right?
Are pants coming off?
No, I think they're believing, but they're believing.
Why does it always go to that?
I don't know. You know, Dermatology Associates of Plymouth Meeting are recruiting right now for alopecia
areata
clinical trials. Men and women 18 to 65 with current episode of scalp hair loss lasting 6 months can sign up at PlymouthMeetingDermatology.com. And if you like The Price is Right, you can like 3 of the 4 people on this show. Because now Annie.
Oh, you didn't take off Annie, did you?
Annie says Bob is one of her favorites.
Oh.
Hi, Annie.
Annie says
Love you, Annie.
Annie says Bob is one of her favorites.
Don't give me a
you broke her heart.
And Annie says the venom towards The Price is Right is so unlike Bob.
Well, here's what it comes from. Okay?
Well, explain your phobia.
Sick
is there
days.
a phobia?
He associates it with
Yes.
sick days in grade school.
It is. I hated missing school when I was I loved going to school. I wasn't a great student or anything like that. It's just I loved the
seeing your
social
friends,
aspect.
right?
We played handball before school. I
You did
loved
what?
it.
Oh,
But
handball.
Missing
pocketball.
school, I couldn't stand being sick. I couldn't stand being home. Missing school, and when I did, and my mom had The Price is Right on at like 10:30 in the morning, I couldn't stand it. And yeah, I'm sorry. I had venom. And
Get
Annie,
over it.
I love you. You don't be the boss of me.
You get over it.
You're not the boss of me.
It's a good show.
Okay, we were never allowed.
Stupid.
Betty Kincaid's rule, at least for me, was because she took a job when I went to school full time. She took a job, went to Bryn Mawr College. Unless I was vomiting, I went to school.
Yeah, I never missed school.
Unless you were vomiting, you got on the bus and went to school.
But that's not the right way. I mean, that's the old
this was
school
the old
way.
school way,
Yeah,
yes.
the new school way is you're sick, don't go to school.
Now it's like, please don't ever go.
Yeah.
Don't go to school.
Keep your ass at home.
I can't get over the fact we work with a guy who didn't like being home from school.
That's weirder than hating The Price is Right.
Yeah, I mean that I understand the social aspect because in high school I kind of was like that. Grade school though, like that's where I equate The Price is Right. Was staying home from school from grade school and snow days and not even sick days. I equate it to like snow days.
Well, snow days
to
you
me
don't
was
sit
money.
inside though.
You didn't stay inside during a
Well,
snow
you did
day,
when you were me. I didn't have a lot of friends.
I didn't want to be in my house.
That was when John Kincade Incorporated began. I would rake it in on South Malin Road, shoveling snow.
I would rake it in at Plinko.
And I would be out.
On Greeley Street.
Way early, and I love shoveling snow today, which my wife says is the number one cause of heart attacks.
Yeah.
So she forbids. She said you're not allowed to shovel snow. You can't be shoveling snow. I'm like, seriously? I can't shovel snow? I love shoveling snow.
I bet you Jamie's a guy who has a snowblower.
No, my neighbor Tom does, though, and I love him for it.
Didn't you? One of you guys I thought had one in the garage. Oh, Chuck did. Chucky D did. And you have one,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess Chuck in management, you want to have
Yeah, as long as Tom doesn't move from next door, I have no need for a while.
Tom next door.
I'll keep getting him his bottles of wine, his payment.
Brian Joseph wants to ask, has anyone on the show taken the Jeopardy test?
No. My father qualified and he was always on like a wait list, call list type of thing.
Well, they don't fly you out for that though. That's not one of those shows.
I don't know. He never got close to that.
Like Jeopardy, they don't. If you get picked as a contestant in Philly, you have to get yourself out there, right? They don't put you up in a hotel, and they can't.
If you're one of the three?
No. If you get picked, like you take the test in Philly.
Oh, well, we and I don't know how real this is because we kind of determined yesterday that this guy likes to he has a very high opinion of himself, but Connor claims Connor claims that he qualified for the college tournament. That's what he claims.
I could believe that.
Did he beat out Brian Westbrook and T.J. McConnell and anybody else?
I think Connor could.
Now, my main question is, if you qualified, why didn't you do it? But yeah, baseball
season couldn't go.
He said baseball season couldn't go, but we proved yesterday that when he's challenged to actually go forward with something,
he wouldn't go out
into
the parking lot. So maybe Alex Trebek was saying, Connor, come on out, let's do it. I could believe Connor could do that. He's a very intelligent guy.
Connor's the man.
Yeah, Connor's not dumb.
When I know money issues really, really well. I sat down with Connor trying to figure out what to do with my buyer's incentive money as far as how to use it towards my mortgage or stuff with this. Connor literally flicked a switch and his IQ went up like 70 points. And I said, damn, Connor knows his stuff. So I'm going to give Connor the nod on that.
Anybody that can afford to go to Mexico on his salary knows what they're doing with money.
You know what he's doing? He's selling a kidney while he's there, Pat.
Well,
you didn't think about that.
I mean, Guadalajara is beautiful this time of year, John.
Hey, in Cooney's Corner, he's going to ask a question that's dumber than his dislike of The Price is Right.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
It's worse. The Price is Right thing's going to get now, Bob. America's going to turn on you.
Wow.
You're going to go from being America's sweetheart to Venom.
I think Jamie might agree with me on this.
All right, let's hear. Go on.
So, Joe Girardi has been in question all year long with this Phillies team, right?
Correct.
We have questioned pitching changes, resting people, so many different things, the way he handles media, the way he talks about what's going on, competitive advantage and all that. So this, and we're not going to get into all this stuff, but they have some division, I would say, in the locker room as far as this COVID thing goes,
okay,
and
sure.
guys that aren't doing it, guys that aren't taking the vaccine, whatever it may be. And look, I'm all for choices, whatever. But could it possibly be that with that going on, there's probably some division in the locker room because of it? I mean,
no, the Cubs have went to fistfights about it.
Yeah,
and the Mets supposedly had one too, where there are people.
And you just
ready
had
to get into it.
You just had a huge game that you needed to win, and 4 of the guys, including your starting pitcher, weren't there. So it's probably something he's dealt with that we don't even know about. Could it be that maybe he's doing a better job than we're giving him credit for? They're in it. If they win these first 2 games, look, if they win these first 2 games of the doubleheader, they could be only like 2.5, 3 games out of first place. They're in it.
Okay, the premise you have seems idiotic to me because of the in-game managing by Joe Girardi.
I don't like it a little bit.
But your point of view about managing this group of people and keeping them together and trying to get them focused, you may be right on that point.
Maybe his bigger job in all of this is just keeping the team together enough so that they are a 500 team, so that they are in the race right now. And maybe there's stuff going on behind the scenes that we don't know about that he's doing a good job of. I pose it more as a question than I do a statement. I mean, Gabe Kapler did this kind of stuff, and we didn't like him for it, and he got ousted because of it.
Makes sense.
Maybe, just maybe, Girardi's doing a better job of keeping this team together when they're pretty divided?
I could believe it.
I mean, it's certainly a possibility, but I've seen some really stupid stuff from him.
I agree, but he acknowledged that.
I know.
He's talking about the off-field.
It doesn't make it better.
But it's cost them games, in my opinion.
Has. Oh, it has.
So I think they could have been better. Like, yeah, keeping the locker room together, but like, okay.
Look,
like, is that really where the credit's going?
Pat, I can tell you from listening to the comments from the Phillies about COVID and the vaccines, listening to the anti-vaxxers in the Phillies locker room, and their articulation of why and the issues they had with it. None of them were qualifying for Jeopardy. I'm just telling you.
Look,
so Joe Girardi may have a thing. Look, whatever choice you make, I just hope that when you have an opinion on something, you can articulate why.
But
it's not stupidity.
John, your mood will change when I show you this video I saw on Facebook. Very convincing.
It is? Oh, they're really good? Okay, good.
But you mentioned, like, the Mets. So the Mets had a similar thing. The Mets are in first place.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so obviously other teams are dealing with this. I can't give Joe Girardi credit when he's made dumb move after dumb move after dumb move when the game is going on. And when the game is going on, I don't feel like whether you're an anti-vaxxer or vaxxer, you know, you're sitting there going, well, that guy didn't make the play at third base because he didn't get the vaccine. You know, I find out when I feel like
he pulled an oblique muscle, like because of the vaccine.
When the game is going on, I feel like that goes away.
All right, yeah,
so to me, there's two parts of coaching, managing, whatever it may be, and it's handling of a team and X's and O's. Okay,
yeah, two different jobs.
No question. And to lump a manager or coach as being bad, to me, says they're not good at either one. Could it possibly be that he hasn't been good this year, in my opinion? I think all of our opinions when it comes to X's and O's. Could the bigger part of it be, and one of the best things that he's doing is keeping a club together, maybe even in spite of himself?
I saw a coach, one of the greatest coaches who ever coached in the NHL, and watched him work on a daily basis. Mike Keenan was a spectacular tactician, knowing how to motivate players, knowing how to teach players. He was a horrible manager of his locker room. Horrible. He was psychotic at times.
Yeah.
The stuff that he would do to players.
Yeah.
He would break players' wills. You know, his shelf life was 4 years. Anywhere, maybe 4 years. Because he'd run people off.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of that also falls to the DNA of your players.
Yep.
Like, if it's a terrible bunch, then yeah, that deserves a lot of credit. If it's a pretty good bunch...
I don't think this is a pretty good bunch. I do not.
I do in terms of a locker room crowd.
Wow, I hear this. The more I hear the Phillies speak,
because Bryce and McCutchen are guys that are gonna get respect.
Bryce is try-hard guy to me.
Yeah, but
I think everything is calculated.
He's respected by his teammates.
Yes, no, and he's a hell of a player.
So I'm just talking about from the locker. Like, I think that's a good group. I don't know if I can give Girardi. I mean, he deserves some credit. I don't want to completely strip him of it.
But I think it's knowledge.
Right.
Yes,
so
like Reese,
no, exactly. We don't
Reese,
know
McCutchen, like Bryce. I feel like that's a strong chord.
Did you say Reese?
I think from a locker room perspective, yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I think he's a really good guy that's respected by teammates.
Oh, I mean, absolutely.
If we're just talking locker room stuff.
I do not know. So I'm not judging.
Yeah, none of us are in there.
I only know what I see publicly.
Yeah.
And the more I hear Reese Hoskins talk, the less I like him. The more I hear the nonsense that came out about the whole COVID thing, when I hear the nonsensical defenses of why I'm not taking that makes me not like it. It's like, so there's things that turn me up. I think your question's intriguing though, Bob. Very intrigued.
Yeah, I just wonder if his bigger job is keeping that locker room together.
Do you root for villains? I always do. It's the John Kincade Show. 7 o'clock hour comes your way next on The Fanatic.
Last night in the NBA Finals, I'm going to ask you a question. Did you end up winning money on it? Well, if you didn't...
No, I lost.
You didn't. You could have.
So did I.
You could have if you're registered with BetMGM. They're the king of sportsbooks. One of the reasons why, they're going to give you an easy $100. I mean, it was a lock last night. Not to worry, though. They'll have another one for the next NBA Finals game. But they have one for tonight. The MLB is back. Red Sox, Yankees. And if you register now with the King of Sportsbooks, you head to BetMGM.com or you download the BetMGM app and you register and you use code PatEgan100 and you place $1 on either the Red Sox or Yankees, they're going to give you $100 in free bets if either team hits a home run. One of those teams is going yard, folks. So don't make the same mistake you did last night. Take this opportunity. Bet $1 on the Yankees or Red Sox, and then when either team hits a home run, boom, you're going to have $100 in free bets in your account. But you have to register with BetMGM, and you have to use the bonus code PatEgan100. This offer is paid in free bets. It's a new customer offer. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Pennsylvania only. If you or somebody who knows a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
The John Kincade Show.
I am so excited I can't stand it!
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
The following is a true story.
I had a lady that was in her mid-70s, and I'd sold her timeshare, and that was the lowest I'd ever felt in my life. I knew then that I had to do something to simply not to go to hell for selling timeshare.
Chuck McDowell founded Wesley Financial Group to help folks cancel their timeshares permanently.
Called her and everybody that I'd sold timeshare to, and I said, this is what I said to you that was a lie, and this is what you need to do to cancel your timeshare. From that point, people started referring friends to me to help them cancel the timeshare, and that's how it all started. I fought the world's largest timeshare company in federal court. If I had lost that lawsuit, there would be no one helping people that have been lied to when they bought timeshare. If we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or we'll give your money back. That's what makes us different.
Call Wesley Financial Group now for a free information kit. 800-881-4300. That's 800-881-4300. 800-881-4300.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-511-3535. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider, 800-511-3535. That's 800-511-3535. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-511-3535.
Get in zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you're looking for a little more out of your engine. Some fuel treatment could help. Right now, we've got buy one, get one free on Chevron Techron Complete Fuel System Cleaner. Plus a $1 bonus reward for AutoZone Rewards members. Not a member? Don't worry. You can join the program fast here at the store or on AutoZone.com. Get what you need fast and get the job done easier.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions at AutoZone.com.
Progressive presents an interview with your upstairs neighbor.
Hey, it's Rick from upstairs. Yeah, I take it seriously. When I play R&B at 1 a.m, that's me saying, hey, I'm here for you. And I enjoy repetitive bass lines. I only use expired batteries in my smoke detectors. Nice, right? Yeah, upstairs neighbors help people forget their troubles. Give them something else to focus on. Ooh, want to see how high I can jump?
Progressive can't save you from your upstairs neighbor.
No, wait, let me try again.
But we can save you money when you bundle renters and auto insurance with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
At Lowe's, we know your home is an expression of you, and we see you walking down these aisles of possibility, running your finger on that marble top Allen & Roth vanity, regularly $5.99, but now $3.49, and finding that perfect rattan pendant at an everyday low price of $99.98. In our showrooms of style, you'll find whatever you're into at a price you'll really get into. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate at Lowe's.com for details. Valid through 8/29/21. U.S. only.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you're looking for a little more out of your engine. Some fuel treatment could help. Right now, we've got buy one, get one free on Chevron Techron Complete Fuel System Cleaner. Plus a $1 bonus reward for AutoZone Rewards members. Not a member? Don't worry. You can join the program fast here at the store or on AutoZone.com. Get what you need fast and get the job done easier.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions at AutoZone.com.
What makes the perfect workout?
Being able to ride, lift, and stretch in one place with motivating instructors.
Y'all look so good out there, Peloton.
Classes that always work around your busy summer schedule.
Push, Peloton. You got 20 minutes of opportunity on this ride.
Instructor-curated playlists for every mood.
Let's turn it up. Come on.
Now what if you had it all? Right at home. The Peloton Bike. Nothing like working out from home. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more.
To those who step up to work the sunrise shift, power through the double shifts, or conquer the overnighters, McDonald's wants to serve you a tasty breakfast at a great price. Enjoy a savory and warm chicken McGriddles or a flaky and delicious McChicken biscuit for just $2 each. Swing by McDonald's today. No matter the shift, we're happy to serve you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Price of participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
In business, days don't just come and go. Every day counts. Whatever your day brings, with Comcast Business, you'll have the solutions you need to make the most of it. Like the power of the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses, the freedom to control your network from anywhere, and advanced cybersecurity to help protect every device on it. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Call for details.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You may not officially be one of my endless cousins, but I do consider you part of our family.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
7 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by my sportsbook app of choice, the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. You can download it at parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code FANATIC. So since January, I now have a nice profit of $14.03 after last night.
I've been horrible lately.
Gosh. It's like, man, come on. Phoenix Suns? That looked like it was in the bag. Phoenix plus 4.5 last night looked like it was completely in the bag.
Ended up in the bagster.
Oh, it was in the bagster, which is a dumpster in a bag, Jamie. Did you know that? They do the 9 o'clock hour of the show.
I see them a lot more often these days.
Well, there are 3 of them in Anthony's driveway.
3?
I almost want to drive by his house just to see 3 of them.
Is 3 of them?
Yeah.
Yes.
What the hell's he getting rid of?
I don't know what
do you listen
bodies?
To this station?
Dead bodies? Aren't you listening to Cuz Radio?
No, he's got somewhere to get rid of bodies better than a bagster.
Keep on scratching. I think he's got that.
The first text I got from my wife this morning, we lost our bet last night. I told you I wasn't feeling it. So I called her on my way home from Beers with Bob last night, and I said, listen, because she has the account on her phone. I said, let's bet Phoenix tonight.
Right, let's do it.
She's like, really? I don't feel it. And I'm like, no, I'm telling you. I'm an idiot.
4.5 points?
I thought they were going to take it, too.
I thought they were going to win last night.
Yeah, so did I.
See, now I thought it would be either way, but I thought this... And then at the end of the game, I'm thinking, oh, this is easy.
Yeah, it was tied with a minute and a half to go.
My gosh. Yeah. The crap. Hey, in all my years of watching General Hospital, Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives, I have always enjoyed rooting for villains. And when it's fiction, I love watching the machinations of the criminal characters more than I like watching the people that are trying to bring them down. In real life, though, it's not so much for me. I've crossed paths with quite a few villains in my life, business and personal life, and I don't tend to care for them. But I'm also a guy who enjoys watching a redemption story play out. Now, I don't know the complete facts of the Deshaun Watson story, but I do know enough from the facts that are out there for public inspection that I refuse to give the benefit of the doubt to a powerful man with over 20 accusers in a sexual harassment/assault case. If the Eagles celebrate their promotion of women to executive status and all of the progressive policies that they feel is changing the NFL and making it more inclusive, the Eagles having the most female executives in all of professional sports, there is not a way someone can tell me that they can polish up this stinky little thing. Could they bring in Deshaun Watson? Sure they could, because Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie would be behind making that move. Could they explain it away? Could the franchise that celebrates, we're all about women, we got more women executives than anybody, we are the most progressive franchise in professional sports of any kind. Try promoting women that way and bringing in Deshaun Watson. If you do that, then all the rest of it seems like it would just be for show. Because I believe if those female executives had an actual voice in the organization, they would be saying right now, just say no. And that's where we begin the 7 o'clock hour. Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan. We got Dylan directing on YouTube and Twitch.tv, and Connor, 1 foot already in Mexico, joining us here on the John Kincade Show. The Eagles, over and over again. If you do Eagles and female executives and just go and read, they are lauded everywhere. All different types of publications as being the benchmark organization for female executives, female input. We care about women. We promote women. We celebrate women. So, Bob, I know what Adam Schefter told us yesterday, but if that's the Eagles' MO and what they want to profess, you can't even consider bringing in Deshaun Watson.
Well, I agree. I wouldn't consider
it be completely contradictory.
Well, I hope they're hiring the women because they're the most qualified people for the
qualified.
role. Yeah, exactly.
They seem very qualified.
That's what we all want in this world is just equality. If the most qualified person gets a job, that's great. My hands are just off on the Deshaun Watson stuff until. Well, probably I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say until it's settled or until he's proven not guilty. He hasn't been proven guilty. I understand that. But it's a situation I don't want to go near. And right or wrong, I just don't. I don't want to put myself in a position of, okay, I want to get the best athlete in spite of what's going on and prove what's going on is in fact what's going on. I'd rather just stay away. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if he goes somewhere and succeeds and these allegations are proven false, okay, good for him, good on him, whatever. Hope it works out for him. But I don't want to put my hand on that smoking gun right now.
Well, what was discussed was, and it was I saw one of the legal experts talking on ESPN about the Deshaun Watson case, and I went back and was watching last night and said, this isn't a case where he's going to be proven not guilty. Because at the very least, he's guilty of incredibly poor judgment and in his own admissions of things that there's things that maybe weren't appropriate.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be proven not guilty. This isn't going to be these 20 women set him up and they all had this grand... The court has even indicated 17 of the women cases have no knowledge, know nothing of each other. They have no ties, nothing. They are individuals that all had the same experience with the same guy.
Yeah. Something tells me he's not really going to play much football this year. I could be way off on that. I think this, if it were to happen for the Eagles, is a down-the-line thing. I think Jalen Hurts will get a shot.
I hope so, too.
But I think 22 of the 24 women still are yet to be deposed. So I don't think we all know enough. Like, we don't know the details yet. We know what those Instagram chats are and some of the allegations.
Them, right.
Yeah, but we don't know the details yet, so I'm not trying to support him or anything.
Sure.
But I would like to know all the details of all of this. It's a very clouded thing kind of right now. Like it's still very secretive, even though it's been in the news cycle for
it would appear
6 months.
At the very least that we know. And this is, again, just you can go read them for yourself. It would appear that at the very least, it is a man who was hiring women to do one thing and expecting them to do another. And then they come back and say to him, you stepped over a line. You cannot step over that line again. You did this. You cannot do that again.
Yeah.
And there's a conversation where you can say, okay, he's admitting to these women that this happened.
Yeah, I think he's dangerous. I think he's missing at least half the year this year, at a minimum. So, like, his best case is that he uses poor judgment and is a creep.
Right.
Worst case is, possible jail time.
Chris in Yardley joins us on The Fanatic. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are we today?
Glad to have you on the show, Chris.
Glad to be here. I'm a huge Eagles fan. I'm like a lot of the people that listen. Absolutely want Deshaun Watson as my quarterback. But then there's that other side of me that's not an Eagles fan, and it's a dad first. And unfortunately, and I know this might not be the case for many people, but I've raised my daughters to be Eagles fans, and I cannot possibly look them in the eye and say, I really want this quarterback who does things like this because he plays quarterback really well. So we're going to give him a pass. And I know it's hard as hell to say that because I want to win. I'm an Eagles fan, like I said, through and through. But at first, I have to think I can't possibly have someone of this caliber on my team. And I understand we're a reclamation team. We brought people in the past. However, I cannot look my daughters directly in the eye and say, man, Dad sure wants Deshaun Watson because we'd be better.
Chris,
because there are 24 women out there.
How do you think all the female VPs with the Eagles what they'd have to say about it?
Well, the beauty is that we have female VPs, and hopefully they would speak up. And
correct.
Say, if you don't get this, that's why you don't have a reason to speak on this because you don't know what it's like. I'm 6 foot, 240 pounds. I want something that I can take it. Now, the idea is I don't have that luxury because I also live in a world with rules and laws. And when people get a little bit of money and power, they suddenly think they're infallible. And unfortunately, that's not the way it works. And I want a quarterback. I want a player that I can respect. And I know maybe it sounds a little old school, but I want players that I can turn to and say, that's the guy. I want a Dawkins. I want a guy that's going to make me feel like I'm proud of my team and players.
Good job, Chris. Pat, you didn't get to speak on this earlier. Has your 24 hours later, has your opinion changed at all or been moved at all on Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, I feel like a scumbag because as a football fan, I go, oh, yeah, I want that guy. But to Chris's point, as just a human element, like I don't want to cheer for that guy. I didn't want Michael Vick when they got him. And I feel like...
Did you end up cheering for Mike?
Yeah. I like cheering for him in the sense of not buying a Mike Vick jersey, but I cheer for the Eagles, and he was the quarterback.
Did you end up being a fan of his at all?
Not particularly.
I thought he was a great redemption.
I wasn't a fan of him before.
Okay.
So it wasn't like, but I wasn't sitting there. I'm never going to be a guy that sits there and pouts because I don't like the player.
Okay.
But this situation actually kind of plays perfectly for the Eagles, though, because I agree with Jamie. Like, he's probably not going to play most of this season. I don't think he plays at all. And that gives them the full season to see what they have in Hurts and decide if he's the guy or not. This plays out perfectly for the Birds.
And
it does.
These women in the Eagles, and excuse me for not knowing their actual titles, are they involved in the football ops or more?
Yeah, the Eagles have the highest ranking female in scouting in the NFL, if I'm not mistaken.
So they would
they have
work with Howie on this.
But this is also executives as far as direct advisor, senior vice president directing, advising Jeffrey Lurie, things like that.
Yeah.
So I would imagine, and I'm just asking, I'm hoping that if you have all these female executives,
you would lean on them.
That the Eagles have those female executives with a voice.
Yeah.
And I believe these women, my guess would be that if they ascended to be a vice president or executive level jobs in the NFL, that they are women who have a voice.
Yeah.
That they're women who are not wallflowers. They are like, they're powerhouses probably, because to get to that level, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
It's not easy for anyone, let alone a woman.
Let alone a woman in pro sports.
Yeah, I just look at the situation like this. If I'm a scout or whatever it may be, someone making decisions on who to bring in, if I look at a guy, put it on basketball terms, and I say, you know what, I really don't like his footwork, so I'm going to pass on him, that's okay, right? I could be wrong. I could be right, whatever it is. If I make a decision that says I don't like his character and the things that are surrounding him, that's okay too. That's okay too. If you're right or wrong, there's nothing. That's your decision. If Bob Cooney's the general manager of the Philadelphia Eagles, and right now you said to me Deshaun Watson, yes or no, I'm saying no.
I've had executives say to me, you are far more likely to be right when you are judging a player on their character. When you do, because these teams do background searches and all stuff, you are far more likely to be right on a player if you make a judgment based on what you know about their character and how their behaviors will be than you ever are about their athletic ability.
Well, and that's the crazy part. Everybody thought his character was there.
And I was one of the people who believed that hook, line, and sinker. You never know. Hey, Wendy's new bourbon bacon cheeseburger. Put it on your lunch menu. A bourbon masterpiece that you eat at participating Wendy's. And those 2-for-4 breakfast sandwiches are fantastic. Do you know that you can get the chicken biscuit and you can get the sausage, Swiss, and egg on the croissant? The two of those for $4.
That's a win because that's filling.
Gosh.
I usually don't eat lunch on Thursdays.
Well, hopefully it'll be a delicious breakfast this morning. Jamie was all excited because he saw a man working out.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit more about it.
He must work out.
Because your wife was out of town?
Yeah, it's been a long couple days.
It's been a long couple days?
No, Jalen Hurts yesterday was photographed over in Lane Johnson's, these are not my words, it's his bro barn. Which
it's an
is
impressive looking place.
Yeah, it really is. He had it built in his backyard. It's basically a mini gym. And it looks like a fun place. He has a lot of the offensive linemen over there. That's usually all I've noticed is the offensive linemen over there. And yesterday I see Jalen Hurts squatting 635 pounds. Or deadlifting, I guess it was. And I went, Jalen Hurts is in the bro barn, huh? Carson Wentz would have never. Carson Wentz's ultimate downfall here
wouldn't have worked out in the bro barn?
Was that he didn't have the locker room. He didn't have guys willing to, go to the depths of having his back around every turn. I think Jalen Hurts, as minor as something as working out in an offensive lineman's home gym is, I think it's an incredibly good sign for this locker room. Because I think he realizes, maybe from watching and being a sponge his rookie year, how divided that locker room became, and Wentz was a big force behind it. So I think he's smart enough to keep that locker room together. And it's something as simple as working out at Lane's house, to me, says he's taking all the right steps in the right direction.
I don't think Jamie's being Jamie here, Bob.
Why?
Because I buy hook, line, and sinker into what Jamie's saying.
Oh, I like when you two are in harmony.
I buy hook, line, and sinker into that. Is that I think this is a really good sign that, first of all, he feels comfortable in his skin to be there working out with Lane, but more importantly, the camaraderie, the teamwork, the team element of it. So I don't think Jamie. I think there are times where Jamie, we get on him and we say you're reading too much into something, or I don't believe he is here.
No, I think it's all good about this. And, you go back to Nick Saban talking about Jalen Hurts before and saying what a great, great dude he is. And John, you were a part of that talking to him, in previous years.
Awesome.
I agree. I agree with Jamie wholeheartedly. It's not only is he probably doing it because that's the type of person Jalen Hurts is, but it also could be a little bit of, I've seen what was wrong and I need to go, I'm not going to say over the top, but I need to go that extra yard to correct it.
Yeah,
and
we saw it with Wentz. Like, he forced it. He took Alshon and Deshaun out to Barclay Prime. And he talked about it. Like, this is a conscious effort on my part to be more of a glue guy in the locker room. And I don't think he could really do it. Jalen Hurts might not have the football skill of Carson Wentz, but all the other stuff I think he has in spades, and I think that's just natural to him.
Pat, I would think being a glue guy in the locker room is like the term Jamie was just using, would be you'd be more likely to be able to help do that if you're a quarterback and you're doing it over working out.
Yeah, totally.
Than it would be going to a steakhouse.
Totally.
Yeah, and especially in a macho sport like football, too. I mean,
I'd be afraid to go into Lane Johnson's garage.
Yeah.
I think he'd maybe just start twirling me over his head or something, or not, saying here, do 10 pull-ups.
Exactly. There's no other way to put it. It's like machismo, whatever you want to call it. Like, and everyone likes a good steak. All right?
I love a good steak.
Let's go out to eat, but
I'm going to follow the show tonight.
There is a different level, and you see the work ethic that they already know is there, obviously, because they see it in the building, in the facility. But this is the first offseason they get to see him actually bond with his teammates and work out as the number one, and he's doing it.
Well, it's like I said about Nick Sirianni. When you're trying to make an impression, and the first impression is obviously always the most lasting, who did he go to? He went to Lane Johnson. He went to Brandon Graham. Like that's the people that you have to put the good first impression on. So first year starting quarterback, the man, that's where you go to.
He also went to Bryce Harper. Nick Sirianni. Obviously.
Seriously?
Wearing the Brandon Graham t-shirt at OTAs.
I think that's more for the players than us.
I think he bought that, didn't he? Like he actually.
Yeah.
You think he actually bought a t-shirt?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
No, he like went to like one of those websites that isn't affiliated with the team, and I think he bought a t-shirt.
I know a guy that runs a t-shirt website, and he bought a rock paper scissors shirt from him.
And he bought a rock paper scissors.
Yep.
I think he's trying real hard with that stuff. I think it reminds me of Bryce Harper. Like the Fanatic stuff.
Maybe, but I think that Brandon Graham shirt's more for the team than it is for the fans.
Look, Brandon Graham is not, and I hate the term. I don't want to use the term carrying the water because to me that sounds like he doesn't believe it, but he's selling it. I believe Brandon Graham believes in Nick Sirianni. I have every reason to believe that the veterans on this team are feeling positive about this guy, and I think that should make everybody else say they know a hell of a lot more than we do about. They've been around coaches. They're positive about this guy, and that is a great sign.
Yeah.
That's a really positive sign to me.
Well, I think you have to be. I mean, what is there to be negative about? Can you maybe shrug your shoulders at his enthusiasm and all that stuff and the rah-rah? Yeah, okay. But there's really nothing concrete to be negative about Nick Sirianni.
I worry
right
about
now.
the rah-rah stuff, though. Big time. No,
Sure.
Being around this as long as I have.
Yeah.
I worry about that having a shelf life that is very short.
I just got a tweet from Jason. He says, "Can we please stop the always doing the Jalen does this and Carson never did all year long?"
Why?
No, because I view this as a positive for that locker room.
It's a point of reference.
Yeah, we don't even mention number 11's name that often.
It's
but
a point of reference.
He self-admittedly was not good at that type of thing.
By the way, go read Indianapolis Star and other words where he talks about how he's going to try to correct things that he didn't do here.
Yeah, I mean, this was
he's self-admitting this.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
We're not going to do it all year long. You don't have to worry about it.
Don't be butthurt about it. There is one thing we're going to do, though. We're having Carson watch during the football season. Because we have to watch the snaps he gets.
Oh, yeah. We need snap count every Monday morning.
Snap count every Monday morning. We need that snap count. We need to know.
Can we get that on the website?
Like we want him with good health.
Like an evolving percentage of snaps?
We want him with good health.
He's going to be my backup quarterback on my fantasy
I'm going to bet him.
team.
I'm going to bet him for comeback player of the year.
Do we all guess what? We all believe he's going to have success. I think every
he's
single
gonna
one
be
of us believe he's
decent
going to.
this year, yeah.
No, I don't. I'm not talking about Super Bowl, but I do believe Carson.
He's got a Super Bowl roster with him.
Yeah.
I mean, that defense is nasty.
Yeah,
that offense has some toys.
Good.
The great offensive line.
He's coming into a playoff team.
Oh,
already.
big time.
So
they could be.
Hey, whether it's next day delivery or getting involved in their local communities, Napa goes above and beyond to serve you because their motor never quits. That's Napa know-how. Bob was just looking over his shoulder because it's a Wendy's Thursday.
I am looking out
Do you
for
see it?
Yeah.
I don't see
I
it,
stayed
Dan.
up late last night. We had a long day yesterday.
What did you do last night? Because tell people, because
And now my son Kyle, who's 22, we just sat down and talked. And, he's going back for his master's. He just finished college. He's going back for his master's. We have a lot of things in common. And we just talked until like 1:30 in the morning. So I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. So I feel like I haven't slept at all. I feel still pumped up.
But it was awesome.
The best thing ever. And people out there, you all know how great parenthood is and stuff like that. Like, you have different moments with your different kids, and last night was just a good one.
I think it's, I enjoy parenthood more as my daughter gets older.
I miss some of the things when they're younger, but I'm a day-to-day guy, so I just keep going with the flow. But, yeah, I hear you.
Michael Wilbon says something shocking. Richard Sherman does something shocking. And Bob Cooney always shocks us. So stick around. John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic.
BetMGM is the king of sports books, and one of the reasons why they want to give you $100 in free bets. Here's what you do. You register with the king of sportsbooks by heading on over to BetMGM.com or downloading the BetMGM app. Then you enter the promo code PatEgan100, and you bet $1 on the money line of tonight's return of baseball, Yankees or Red Sox, And when one of those two teams goes deep, you're going to win $100 in free bets, regardless of your bet's outcome. But they don't just have baseball, guys. They have every single sport. Whether you like MMA, whether you like the WNBA, whether you like NFL futures bets, they have it at BetMGM. They also have their innovative parlay selection builders. They have awesome boosted odds specials, daily promotions. They have everything. Check them out. Head on over to BetMGM.com or the BetMGM app, and they're going to give you $100 in free bets as long as the Yankees or Red Sox go deep, and as long as you register using the bonus code PatEgan100. This offer is a new customer offer. It's paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older, Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. BetMGM Sports in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
The John Kincade Show.
Talking sense into people isn't really my thing. In fact, I'm better at the opposite.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. It's the return of 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest. Fan Fest.
Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live.
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. It's the biggest party of the year for Philly sports fans. The countdown is on.
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021 is a free event, but you need a ticket to get in.
Excuse me, what'd you say? Keep listening for ticket giveaways and more special announcements.
And make plans now to be there. Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live. Oh my God!
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021.
Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. More ways to win.
And Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia, the official hotel partner and after party of 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021. See you there.
Hi, it's Anthony Gargano, and yes, we're all in this together. It's time to get healthy. And NJ Diet, well, they'll help you get slimmer and healthier for this summer. It only takes 40 days to lose 20 to 40 plus pounds. Their contractually guaranteed program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, and blood work. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep it off for the rest of your life. Not sure if you can do it alone? NJ Diet's with you every step of the way. You're fully monitored by their certified staff to make sure you're burning fat and not just losing water. You'll also have access to the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet is committed to you keeping the weight off. It's all natural. No shots, no hormones, no surgery. NJ Diet offers live online video consultations from home. Go to one of their locations, King of Prussia, Cherry Hill. Call today, 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET, or log on to NJDiet.com. Go to NJDiet.com. Lose the weight for good. That's NJDiet.com.
Wawa and Chips Ahoy are teaming up to bring you handcrafted beverages that'll make your summer adventures epic. Like
going to the beach.
Going to the beach with a delicious and creamy Chips Ahoy milkshake. And
binging season 3 of that show?
Binging season 3 of that show with a tasty Chips Ahoy smoothie. Whatever you're doing this summer, make it epic. Chips Ahoy milkshakes, smoothies, and sundaes are here. Crafted to crave at Wawa. Wawa has the drinks you need to stay quenched, refreshed, and happy. Cool off with iced teas, lemonades, energy drinks, and more. Wawa has the refreshments you need this summer and the snacks to go with them. Stop in today for our $3 summer deal and get any 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew with any Lay's, Ruffles, or Doritos. Make Wawa your destination for the drinks and snacks you love. Gotta have a Wawa. Limited time offer. See store for details.
Hey, folks, get out of the summer heat. Get into the luxury of a cool new Mercedes-Benz. If you're looking for a new car right now, new or pre-owned, why don't you make it a Mercedes-Benz? If you go see any one of my favorite dealerships, from the family of dealerships that I've been going to for years, Mercedes-Benz of Fort Washington, Mercedes-Benz of Westchester, or if you're down the shore, Mercedes-Benz of Atlantic City. If you have purchased a car from those other two dealerships, Fort Washington and Westchester, and you're down the shore and you need any kind of service, you can do it right there at Mercedes-Benz of Atlantic City. That's the beauty of the three dealerships being joined together. Now, every model, first class comfort and classic style. I can recommend a couple SUVs for you if you're looking for one for the fall season. How about the GLA? That's the nimble and easy one to maneuver, and it has turbo power, which makes it quick on its feet. Or if you need a little more space to drive the family around, check out the GLC. That's one of my favorite models to drive. I love it. I've been driving one for the last couple of years. Plenty of space to hold your weekend bags and sporting equipment. The ride is amazing. So beat the heat this summer. Get your new car at any of the Mercedes-Benz dealerships, Mercedes-Benz Fort Washington, Westchester, or Atlantic City, online at yourmercedes.com.
Progressive presents an interview with your upstairs neighbor.
Hi, I'm Tia. The upstairs-downstairs neighbor dynamic is so special. We have our own language. Like when I scream at my mom on the phone, the people downstairs bang on the ceiling to show their support. The nighttime's the best time to rearrange furniture. I call it midnight feng shui. And if I sleep through my alarm in the morning, they bang on my door to wake me. So thoughtful.
Progressive can't save you from your upstairs neighbor, but we can save you money when you bundle renters and auto insurance with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Bundle discount not available in all states or situations.
At Lowe's, we know your home is an expression of you, and we see you walking down these aisles of possibility, running your finger on that marble top Allen & Roth vanity, regularly $5.99, but now $3.49, and finding that perfect rattan pendant at an everyday low price of $99.98. In our showrooms of style, you'll find whatever you're into at a price you'll really get into. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Selection varies by location. While supplies last, see associate or Lowe's.com for details. Valid through 8/29/21, U.S. only.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers personal loans with no fees, ever. Banks offer coffee. So what's more important, a Marcus by Goldman Sachs loan with no fees that could help consolidate debt, or bank coffee that tastes like bank coffee? You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
Amazon is offering sign-on bonuses up to $1,000. Plus, get up to $20 an hour for select roles. The best part? We're hiring near you. So start now to take home something greater. New, higher wages with a sign-on bonus, a range of real benefits, and career growth opportunities in a top-rated workplace. So earn more and see how great pay and sign-on bonuses can lead to a greater life for you. Go to Amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
The only thing worse than hiring no law firm after your injury is hiring the wrong law firm. When thousands of people call us every year asking to help them change law firms, I wonder why they ever call the other firm. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home. We are big for a reason, which is why we've recovered over $9 billion for our clients. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
A Philly season can sometimes get frustrating. So consider this your morning third.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic, a Wendy's Thursday. Or at least it's rumored to be. A Wendy's Thursday. I know guys can go out and get the 2 for $4 deal right now. Gentleman just sent a note. Just made the name Christian. What a formal name.
I have a cousin, Christian.
We have one of Olivia's best friends, Christian. We love Christian.
Yeah, Tommy has 2 great friends that are Christians.
We didn't know any Christians.
Love Christian.
Back in our day.
No, it was Chris.
Everybody was Chris. But Christian
played UVA football. My God.
And he said he did not know that he could get the chicken sandwich and the chicken biscuit and the sausage, cheese, Swiss cheese, egg croissant, and he just pulled in.
Ah, nice work, Christian.
We are here to teach.
So he got
I
that.
do the chicken biscuit as like a little app for my breakfast sandwich.
Oh my God! Guess what? It is good because you can skip. Now tonight though we have the food. I have to do the breakfast then dinner because tonight is Fogo de Show.
Oh yeah, you got a nice big dinner.
Don't eat lunch.
You're gonna be having the meat sweats.
I have the meat sweats. Absolutely. That is,
you need an empty stomach.
So eat now.
Yes, and then wait till dinner.
And forever hold my peace till dinner time tonight, so it'll be a good time.
Oh, man, the salad bar there, too. Don't go too heavy on it, though, John.
No, it's a scam.
No, the salad bar there is legit.
It's not a scam.
No,
you have to control yourself.
Pat, my mom, are you questioning Betty? You can go over to St. Peter and Paul and take it up with her.
I plan. I'll do it right now. Connor, come in here.
She would tell you if you were going to Fogo. She'd say, that's a scam.
Why?
Because they're trying to get you to fill up on the salad and eat less meat. That's what she would say.
But what if you really
don't get scammed?
What if you like salad?
I understand, but wait a minute. You're not going to Fogo de Show to have salad.
I like a little roughage in there to prep the stomach.
No, so do I. But don't get suckered into filling yourself up on the salad.
Yeah.
Nobody gets suckered on salad.
But for Betty, it was a scam.
All right, so Connor just came in. I'm going to head to Peter and Paul now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
You take on Betty's right at the corner of Victory. She's at the corner of Victory. Find it, and you can go find her. You go on out there and check that out. So Betty would have had a field day with you, Egan. She would have.
A lot of people do.
She would have. Bob would have been her favorite person on the show.
Really?
No question.
Why?
Even over her son. You would
I appreciate that.
Because you would have had a cocktail with Betty.
Yeah.
You're a straight shooter.
Well, you would have had a
straight
cocktail.
shooter with upper med
I've
written
had
all
many
over
cocktails with Betty, but I would drive. I'm her son, so I would drive her nuts.
Yeah.
And she would call me dad at least 3 or 4 times a year, where I'd be, and she'd go, "I'm fine, Dad."
Yeah.
And I look just like her father.
Oh, really?
So, like identical to my grandfather.
How about that?
So she would say, "I'm okay, Dad. I've gotten to 83. I've gotten to 85 without you telling me without you telling me what to do." So she would give me that. You and her would have had it. Oh, you've been fast friends.
I'm
fast friends.
I'm disappointed I never met
Betty. Was a charmer. She really was. Richard Sherman appears to have had some sort of a psychotic break. And I'm not a doctor, and I don't play one on TV, but it appears to be that he had a break of some sort. He was suicidal. He was telling his ex-wife, and I didn't know it was an ex-wife. He was telling his ex-wife, and he was trying to get into the house, break into his in-laws' home, damaging the front door, fighting with cops.
It was the in-laws' house?
Yeah, and he was trying to get in. His children weren't even there. And he thought they were there, and he was trying to get in, and he was telling his ex-wife that he was going to kill himself. He was going to leave. If no one opened the door, he was going to go hang himself. He had left the scene of an accident where he abandoned his car that he had hit because the assumption being that he was in some way impaired, intoxicated. His wife telling the 911 operator, "This isn't my husband, ex-husband. This isn't him. This isn't his behavior. He's acting totally deranged. This isn't him." And she was being very, very kind. He was trying to break into her parents' house.
He has a pretty stellar track record.
He's an intelligent man.
Very smart dude. It sucks because with football,
you mean you worry about it being something else?
Yeah, I worry about it being brain related. When somebody goes, 12 years of a perfect track record, smart dude, does well in the community, all that, and then to see that kind of behavior just out of nowhere tells me something's going on with his brain.
Whoa. Or
it's a very strong possibility something's going on.
He was impaired, though.
Well, yes, but that stuff with the brain can lead to alcoholism. I mean, look, I don't want to go to the extreme of Junior Seau, but he became an alcoholic because his brain was, borderline scrambled, and that's the effects. The NFL is
brutal. I go chicken and the egg on that because he was known as. I read a book on Junior Seau. He was considered a hard partier in college.
Yeah, well, so brain damage doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. I'm just saying. But
that's where my head goes.
If you're considered a hard partier in college, I don't believe you became an alcoholic.
I don't mean he became it because of that. It made it more difficult.
Or more difficult to stop.
Yeah, totally. So when I see something with like that Richard Sherman story, I go, oh, man, I hope everything's okay upstairs.
Bob, he would make the rounds occasionally at Super Bowls at Radio Row. Mm-hmm. He was one of the most intelligent athletes, thoughtful, interesting that I've ever interviewed. Yeah. And to hear this going on is crazy. It's like crazy. He's fighting with cops. He is, and he's trying to manhandle cops. He's trying to run it. I mean, that doesn't sound like this man at all.
No, and it is disturbing, and it's sad, it's bad, all the things you want to label it as. We don't know. We don't know,
right, we don't know what happened.
What's with his brain, and it's still
no. That's just my assumption.
No, I know because it's so out of character.
Yeah, right. And that's the first thing that popped into my mind.
Yeah,
too,
it
Jamie.
sucks.
I have to say, we talked about it when we were playing golf yesterday because word broke. I think you got it on your phone and said, "Oh my God, look at this Richard Sherman stuff." And immediately we were all, wow, that's so out of character.
That's out of character.
And I have to say that the first thing that popped into my head was, oh my God, I hope there's nothing wrong upstairs with that.
Exactly.
That's the scary part about all this is when, now for me at least, when something like this happens, my first thought is CTE.
Have you ever had anything with your brain at all, like concussions or
I've
anything
had
like
several
that?
concussions, yeah.
But I mean, you had the one where you said you passed out on the field.
Oh yeah, I was knocked out cold.
And again, I told Bob a story the other day because it was one where with my wife that I fell in an ice storm. I fell and hit my head on our deck and came inside, but I broke the fall with my elbow and I had a hairline fracture in my elbow. Went to the doctor the next day, x-rays, you have a hairline fracture of the elbow, whatever. Like 2 weeks later, I said to my wife at the breakfast table, I'm going like this, and I'm saying, my elbow feels terrible. This is painful. And she said, that's because you have a fracture of your elbow. And I said to her, what are you talking about? To where I picked up the phone and called the doctor and said, I had no knowledge. And I always worry, from that point on, I always worry about head injuries.
Yeah, they're no joke. I mean, I've had at least 4 concussions that I know of.
Do you ever feel like it potentially?
I don't.
Because working with you, we do. But I mean, like, do you?
No, not that I recall. But I mean,
it's a very loving, caring environment that we are here on this show.
It's no joke, man. Like,
it's
one of my wife's best friends got a concussion getting her head slammed against a window on a sharp turn, and she had to go to like rehab for 4 or 5 months. She was getting like terrible migraines. Her balance was messed up. I mean, these things are no joke.
And Pat, you drink all those La Colombes in the morning, so
Yeah.
I'm worried. Nothing affects you.
No headache, no headaches
Bob?
or anything, no concussions.
No concussions.
Unlucky.
You can't find your keys or your phone on a daily basis.
God, you asked where your phone was 9 times on the golf course yesterday.
I also had to ask where your tee shot was 9 times.
Oh, Bobby.
Can we go back to that though? How do you lose your phone on a golf course when it's in the car?
Wait, do you have one?
It was always in the car.
There's one slot on my golf bag where the phone goes.
Yeah, I know. I'm just an idiot. I mean, there's a lot of things.
At least we're getting to some answers this morning on the show.
Yeah, I one time in high school, I was a sophomore and went up for a layup, and a kid took my legs out, and my head went right to the floor. And when I got home that night, I didn't remember the rest of the game. But back then, that's what it was, and went to practice the next day. And
I hope he's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, I really do. It's the tough part of the NFL
but
what he did is horrible.
No, what he did is horrible.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and by the way, alcohol and whatever mixing with
and depressive, if there's depression involved or something.
Can't do it.
Oh.
Now, Bob is going to show us now in Cooney's Corner that his mind is sharp as a tack.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
It's sort of like one of those tests, Bob, at the doctor.
Yeah, well, it's a serious question here, and I'm wondering, and Jamie made me really think of it yesterday because he brought it up and kind of said, I don't care what you get almost.
No.
That's wrong.
That's
right.
Tunis.
That's wrong. You didn't
Tunis
say
says he's got to go. He was willing to take on Kevin Love, and I was like, dude, stop right. Well, it's Kevin Love and Colin Sexton. I was like, stop.
No.
That's too far.
But has it gotten to the point that, I'm not saying no matter what you get, obviously you wouldn't look for the best deal, whatever, but has it gotten to the point, Jamie, to you and to other people out there listening or on YouTube, no matter what, you have to get rid of Ben Simmons? Is it at that point? It's like John and I both, I think, agree that he might not. We're siding on the side of he's not going to be able to go.
Yeah,
he's going to be
they're
back.
not going to get that. I'm more thinking that Daryl Morey won't get the value.
Well, if he's back, he'll be moved by the deadline.
Yesterday was the first day.
Yeah,
that Jamie, when we're talking about the subject, you were sort of like,
yeah, I think
he's got to go.
I think he's got to go.
He's got to go.
Not for just anything. Like, I think there's a possibility he could start the year here and you move him by the deadline. I think Joel Embiid, and this is just me reading between the lines, looking in, has expressed not much interest in playing with him.
Wow.
I really believe Joel Embiid.
So you believe that's happened? Because it's not reported.
Well, of course not. Why would that?
No, what I'm saying is that they
have their exit interviews.
That's a bold assertion, though.
That's just what I believe. I think he doesn't have much patience left, and I'm telling you, he lost him when he passed up that dunk in a Game 7 of the spot
Everything
they couldn't get
the
past.
line, yeah.
He needed help. He couldn't get bailed out by Toby and Ben when it mattered the most in second halves. And I don't think Toby's ultimately the problem, but I think his patience with Ben is over. And I think because of that and because of the public shifting, I don't know how Ben... We've seen him for 5 years now, and he hasn't taken that step while being coddled. Now the public's going to be against him. I don't see how he rehabs it here.
Yeah, I hear it all. I understand people that say he has to go. I don't know business-wise if it's, like John, you and I talk about this. I don't know business-wise if it's going to be good for the team because they can't get back maybe what he supposedly is worth. I don't know, but it did hit me yesterday when I guess we were all talking about it, that there is a big feeling that he just has to go. He's out. He's got to be out. And I never, ever felt that, even of his crime of a playoff series that he had against Atlanta. I never felt that that a lot of people thought that. Now I really, really do feel that people are like, he has to go.
Daryl Morey is not selling a undervalued asset unless he can get. I think I'm not selling. I think he's bright enough to say I'm not selling unless I'm getting the value that I think he can be. Because right now the recency bias lowers Ben's value terribly. Right now, the recency bias is just awful.
So then it becomes a case of, are you adding by just subtracting?
I think could be, though.
Even though maybe you're not getting your air quotes worth back, are you just adding by subtracting?
I think they could be adding by subtracting.
Yeah, I think they really could. Like a DeJounte.
And that would seem more of what you're saying.
Yeah, like a DeJounte Murray and a White from San Antonio. Like that is, on paper, lesser value. Do I think they can be just as good of a team with those two instead of Ben? Yeah, I kind of do.
Are they controllable?
Yeah, they have, I want to say 3 more at 15 each or so. I'll look into that.
I'm intrigued by a deal like that.
I am not.
You're not.
That is... Look, the addition by subtraction argument, he's still liked by his teammates.
Is he?
Yeah, Danny Green was going to war with people for him. I mean,
Seth Curry?
like he is.
There's one guy in that locker room that matters. Danny Green's a free agent.
And the one guy in the locker room that mattered, the report that came out said the relationship off the court, has never been better. I get it, Jamie, off the court.
Seth Curry?
Nobody's saying Ben's a bad dude.
It's been 3 to 4 weeks now. Like, do you not think that Joel Embiid has had time to think and go, well, it could have Ben Simmons, or I could have Patty, some other, like George Hill could very, very realistically be starting for them at point guard if they trade Ben Simmons.
Can't have that.
Daryl Morey is a smart dude.
He is a smart dude.
And I have complete trust in what he's going to do. Complete.
I do too.
I never have
trust.
Complete trust in anyone running any kind of sports team. Not complete trust.
Okay, I have 95% trust in Daryl Morey, Bob.
Your wife trusted you to do some work at the house while she was away.
Yeah, this is such a major flaw in your game.
By the way, we're calling him out. We're calling it for Addy. We're calling you out.
By the way, Murray and White each have 3 years remaining at pretty controllable numbers.
That intrigues me then.
Yeah, and then the money's almost there to where Ben is.
Because then you could go shopping for more impact money-wise.
Sure. And then, if the Danny Green money becomes available, you can go get 2 more shooters.
Correct.
You can add a lot. Yeah, I was asked to do one thing when my wife was away for 4 days, and that was to patch.
It's been more than 4 days.
She left Sunday morning. She's back today.
That's 4 days.
She left Sunday?
Yeah.
I thought she left like Friday.
No. Was to patch 2
She wanted to leave. It's not when she wanted to leave.
She mentally checked out.
I had to patch 2 holes in our bedroom wall, and the holes are from an old telephone line box and an old coax box that we just don't use.
So did you have to go get the spackle?
Yeah, we have the kits, the one where you push the mesh through and then pull it back out. And then
I'm cheap.
I'm a whore. And I haven't done it yet, and I really want to nap today. So
Wait
I'm
a minute.
thinking.
When does she get home?
Like 2 or 3 o'clock today.
Okay, that sucks on your part.
But I told her it would be done by Saturday. Like I said, you want me to suffer at home while you're away on vacation.
Well,
you did that?
Oh yeah, I told
Yesterday
her that.
was how many straight days that you've played golf?
4.
Okay, you're suffering.
Yeah, your suffering is done.
Okay, wait a minute. I got to tell you this. If I ever pulled that crap with my wife, well, first off, she would never ask me to do something like that. She'd fix it herself. But she'd say, if she said...
Well, I had her laughing. It wasn't like I was like a man,
no,
like...
but if there was something that she was saying I was going to get done. If I told her, oh, it'll be done, you're going to get home on Thursday, it'll be done by Saturday.
Yeah.
That would never.
I said, why are you putting a timeline on this? You just want me to suffer while you're away on vacation.
Telling you, hopefully she doesn't kill you.
She doesn't want me to enjoy my 4 days of complete and total freedom. She had to give me that one honeydew.
Where did you watch the All-Star game the other night?
McGurk's.
At a bar, yeah. Did you spackle any holes there?
No.
But this is women, though, man. Like, they don't want us to be happy.
Right?
They're coming at the man.
Give me a job.
I'm trying to enjoy my life, and you want me to spackle?
Yeah.
See, I got a good one.
Tell him, Pat.
See, I got one of the good ones. She absolutely is like, so like I said, I'm playing golf Saturday morning with my buddy Joe, cousin Matt, and everything. And she was like, that's awesome. Like, I played golf yesterday. She goes, that is awesome. But when she wants my attention, I better be 100% attentive. But she's always celebrates. I know, but she celebrates me. If I was in the same town,
celebrate you being away.
I think that's part of it. I think it's let's get enthusiastic. He'll do more of it if I support it. Michael Wilbon, want to hear that audio quickly though. Michael Wilbon yesterday talking about that Simmons.
Shut the hell up, Wilbon.
He makes Giannis look like Rick Barry. And it's just unbelievable that he can look. He's flawed. I get that, but he's also a guy that a different environment where he's nurtured and pushed and shown some tough love and gets better. I ain't giving up on Ben Simmons as a player.
I'm not either. But I do think it's over in Philadelphia for him.
It needs to be over in Philadelphia. He can't survive there of all the places. No, get him out of Philadelphia. Save him. Save Ben Simmons. Get him the hell out of Philly.
That's just such a stupid point of view, Jamie.
Get him out. Save him.
Save him from Philly?
He's had this town in the palm of his hand for 5 years. It's been 2 weeks of bad talk about the guy. Get the hell out of here, Wilbon. Seriously.
I feel like this is Wilbon's MO, though, right? Like,
it is. He hates Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's usually an anti-Philly guy.
Hates Philadelphia.
He can kick rocks and pound sand.
I mean, save him from Philadelphia. He got nothing but...
He's just got to save himself from himself.
Exactly. And more importantly, he was supported. Michael Wilbon is so out of touch. You know what? He's lost his fastball.
He did the same thing with McNabb in Philly.
But he's lost his fastball.
Go back and look at how the way this city treated Markelle Fultz. Standing ovation. I mean, come on. This fan base couldn't tried any harder to push that kid in a positive direction when he didn't really deserve to be. And it's that lazy national narrative that I just can't stand.
Bob, they did the same thing with Ben Simmons. Like, during the playoffs, look at the fan base in the stands,
exactly,
clapping, trying to will the ball in the hoop on free throws.
Remember that gentleman?
Yeah.
That was doing along with him. I want to get Lewis from Pennsauken in here quickly. Lewis, you're on the Fanatic. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, fellas. I just wanted to say, with the Benson Simmons situation, listen. If you find a deal for me that it's really works and makes us a better team, hey, I'm all for it. For it. But if you don't, here's a crazy idea. Ben Simmons is not LeBron James light, and he's not what he was advertised. He never became offensively what we thought he would be. People don't really realize he was thought to be a lazy defender, and now he's all NBA first team. So in one aspect of his game, he's elevated even beyond expectations, and the other side, he's never met the expectations. Okay, so here's my proposal. Instead of, if you can't get a deal for him, instead of getting rid of him, right, let him be who he is. Let him be Draymond Green. Let him give you 12 points a game, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, and be the best defensive player. Play 1 through 5 on the defensive end.
I'll do that deal right now.
Hold on, real quick, and then
you got to get quick because we're coming up on it. I got to run, buddy. Got to run. I'll do that deal right now. Draymond Green for Ben Simmons. Draymond Green. I'll take it right now.
Yeah,
we'll get the answer. They don't want it. Boys don't want it. Don't want it. All right, coming up, changes are coming for the 2022 Major League Baseball season. One of them makes no sense at all, in my opinion. We'll get to the guys next. It's John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. That Parks Casino Sportsbook, do you know you can follow it on Twitter at Parks with an X Sportsbook? Check it out at Park Sportsbook to find out all kinds of features and game information and more. And now as we count down to NFL training camps, you can bet pro football futures on who's going to win the championship. You realize the Kansas City Chiefs are the favorites going in, not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa 6.5 to 1, Kansas City 5 to 1. Now, the Eagles right now 70 to 1. You can be sure that is worth $10, $20, $30 of your money just to take a flyer on it, right? Look, that's part of the great thing about the Parks Casino Sportsbook. The futures betting is always a fun way to look ahead to the season, get you excited about what's going on. Download the app right now or click parkscasino.com/PA. Use the promo code FANATIC, and you can get a risk-free bet up to $500. You want to see the website for details. There is one thing that I got to tell you, though. You got to be 21. Your feet have to be in Pennsylvania. And if you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show. Wow, getting drunk in the morning on 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Calling all auto techs, detailers, painters, bodymen, lot attendants, or other auto specialists. Carvana, the company that invented the new way to buy a car, is hiring for our Delanco Auto Inspection Center. Grow on the go, working with some of the most advanced tools in the industry at one of the fastest growing companies in America. We have open roles for all levels of experience, from hourly production associates with no past experience to master mechanics and certified painters. And our competitive pay, on-the-job training, and company-paid certifications offer all employees a pathway to success. New hires get a great job on day one with the opportunity for a Carvana career. Other benefits include health insurance with 100% of the premium paid by Carvana and other benefits. Grow your career with stability, working with the team that's disrupting the automotive industry. Now hiring for roles at all levels of experience. Go to CarvanaAutojobs.com to sign up. Carvana is an equal opportunity employer.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-511-3535. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-511-3535. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-511-3535. 800-511-3535.
Marcus by Goldman Sachs offers personal loans with no fees, ever. Banks offer coffee. So what's more important, a Marcus by Goldman Sachs loan with no fees that could help consolidate debt, or bank coffee that tastes like bank coffee? You can money. Visit Marcus.com to learn more about saving, borrowing, and investing from Marcus by Goldman Sachs.
Investing involves risk and investments may lose value. Brokerage and investment advisory services by Goldman Sachs & Company, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Lending and deposits products provided by Goldman Sachs Bank USA. Member FDIC.
Sports fans, YouTube TV's live TV service transforms the viewing experience with the latest and greatest technology and game-changing features. Personal watch recommendations help you find what to watch quickly and easily. And with Key Plays, you can catch up to the game live so you won't miss a thing. YouTube TV brings crystal clear HD live TV streaming to all your favorite devices. No cable boxes, no long-term contracts. Set up in minutes. Visit YouTubeTV.com now to try it free. Terms apply.
Heard you're buying a car. I brought my calculator.
Dad, I already used Capital One Auto Navigator. I found my car online and got pre-qualified instantly, instead of all that.
You know those things impact your credit score.
Didn't impact my credit score, Dad. Now I'm going to the dealership for a test drive and to make the purchase.
Sounds too easy.
No, it's just easy. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/AutoNavigator.
If you've got an insurance question, you could talk to your Nana, but she'd probably just tell you how she insured her couch from stains by covering it with plastic. Or you could talk to your local Geico agent. They'll give you a different kind of warm and fuzzy, with personalized assistance for all your insurance needs, like how you could be saving on your policies. So let your Nana cover her couch in plastic, and let a local Geico agent help cover you, but not in plastic. To find a Geico agent near you, visit geico.com/local.
Your experience matters. At University of Phoenix, relevant life experience and eligible transfer credits can help you earn your degree faster and for less. In fact, undergrads who apply these credits, on average, save about 1 year and $11,000. Get the credit you deserve for time spent in the classroom, on the job, and in life. And see how much you can save at phoenix.edu. That's phoenix.edu.
From the first pitch to the last out, BetRivers Sportsbook has all the bases covered. BetRivers has a massive number of baseball betting options on each game, including pre-game player props and live in-game betting every inning. Sign up now and get a free play match of 100% on your first deposit up to $250. Bet with a winner. Bet with BetRivers Sportsbook. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Perk up your PMs with PM Sip-Me-Ups at Dunkin'. Now from 2 to 6 p.m., you get a medium hot or iced latte cappuccino for $2 or a handcrafted medium hot or iced signature latte for $3. America runs on Dunkin'. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions apply.
The new Bourbon Bacon Cheeseburger from Wendy's is here with our Applewood Smoked Bacon and our brand new Bourbon Bacon Sauce. Download the Wendy's app for delivery of this great new flavor today.
At participating Wendy's, delivery may vary by location. Prices may be higher than a restaurant. Delivery fees may apply. Wendy's app registration required.
We are on week 2 of the John Kincade Show Golf Tour presented by MontcoGolf.com and the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. Yesterday, we were out at the Bluebell Country Club. Thanks to Joey Pohl, the director of golf and
Joey's
membership.
The man.
Joey was having a good time. And the whole crew out there at Bluebell, fantastic. One of the beautiful private clubs in Montgomery County where guys like Jamie Lynch, paradise, right in your county. It was awesome.
There's some of the best golf courses in the state in Montgomery County.
Kids play for free, by the way, at Bluebell.
Yeah, Gina was telling me that. Her daughter Anna is playing.
I think I can probably pass for that.
You did. That's how we got you in yesterday.
Absolutely, yeah.
Family environment, great golf course designed by Arnold Palmer himself, pool, tennis courts, clubhouse, membership loaded with value and entertainment, robust dining and social calendar. Bob, I think that means there's a lot of events where you could have a cocktail.
Sure. Dick served us a cocktail yesterday, right, James?
Yeah, Dick was a great bartender.
Yeah. Hey, weekly live music, pool parties, you name it. Check them out on the John Kincade Show Golf Tour webpage at 97.5thefanatic.com/golf tour. Make an appointment with Joey at the Bluebell Country Club to take a tour. Joey will be a fantastic host. He was for us yesterday. Tell us what you think about the golf tour. We love hearing from you. And tell them that we sent you.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You think Jamie has some really crazy opinions? Don't worry. We do too.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks for being a part of the John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. We really appreciate your patronage of the show. We have tangible results that say you're sticking around with us. We love you for that. Those of you who have the app, they carry it with you all day long. That's awesome. So you can go right from us into Cuz Radio, hang out with the Mike Missinelli Show. Mike enjoying golf down in my old state. He's down there in Georgia.
I think I have a little violation on this. I think we can get into this.
Can you?
Right?
Is this like dirty
let's air
laundry?
out our dirty laundry.
What's the violation?
I think it's a violation on Mike.
What do you mean it's a violation on Mike?
He's telling people So I just learned this yesterday, that there's an Augusta Country Club.
No, I think he was just teasing me. He's playing Augusta Country Club.
Oh, jeez. Not Augusta National.
By the way, too.
So you can't tell people you're playing Augusta.
Wait, he was saying Augusta.
You got a cucumber in your rectum? Loosen up.
Augusta Country Club.
I'm with Jamie on this.
You can't say I'm playing. You can say I'm playing Augusta Country Club. You can't say I'm playing Augusta.
This is like you saying I'm from Philadelphia, and when you find out it's Philadelphia, Mississippi.
By the way, I got to tell you this, though, is that Mike's had a lot of issues with the South and with Georgia. He seems to be enjoying it very much. It's a beautiful place. It's a wonderful place with a lot of wonderful people.
I don't know. Is he? Is he? Because Augusta, what's course?
Augusta Country Club.
Augusta Country Club could be anywhere.
Which, by the way, is spectacular.
I bet it is. But let's take a quick poll. Violation or not?
No.
Yes.
I've never been pulled.
But he
answer it, coward.
What I said.
Have either of you ever been polled? Mike can't say I'm playing Augusta if he's playing Augusta Country Club.
Like he wasn't trying to pull a scam. I think.
So last Wednesday, when we had the crossover between Mike's show and Beers with Bob, he told me he was going down to Atlanta to play Augusta Country Club.
Oh, so he did say Country Club.
He said
there it is.
We were going to try to get on Augusta National, but he doesn't know if they could have or not.
Well, if people ask him.
His text to John was in jest. I'm on Mike's side here.
Yeah, it's a Mike's side. I'll get it.
All right, if he's clarifying Country Club, then it's fair. But if he's saying Augusta,
here's the
it's a
thing,
violation.
I would say is that my old partner, Buck Ballou, won the national championship at the University of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
As their quarterback.
He's got free range there, right?
Who is he?
He's never played there.
That's ridiculous.
Wait, what? That's the biggest violation in 7 months on the show.
If he's wanted to play there, he should be able.
Buck Ballou.
How many championships does Georgia have?
One.
Who was the quarterback?
Buck Ballou.
He should be able to play Augusta.
The fact that Buck Ballou has not played Augusta.
That's a joke.
Is ridiculous.
Get over yourself, Augusta National.
I mean, so that is absolutely absurd.
Well, if he wants, he can play Bluebell Country Club.
He can play Bluebell.
Go talk to Joey.
Anytime he wants to come up, he can do that. He could very much do that. Buck, a tremendous golfer. He would kick my ass every year in the Buck and Kincade Classic. He'd kick my ass.
Yeah, I got my ass kicked by a high school girl on Sunday.
Well, I would play though.
And
I would
yesterday.
set myself up for defeat though, because we would each for our charity golf tournament we'd have 3 partners. So we could each put 3 people in our foursomes, and our foursomes would go head-to-head. No strokes, though. And Buck's like a 4 handicap. So he was already ahead of the game. Now, I would go and get every ringer that I could. I would get every single ringer that I could. And we did win a few years back.
Nice.
Very rarely. Hey, Martin Law is the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. And for those of you in Philly, too, by the way, if you ever wanted to go to the Masters, don't listen to people in Philly, because I've had 10 different people since I've lived here say to me, since I came home, saying to me, well, you can't get passes to the Masters. You can't get badges to the Masters. Completely false, 0% truth. If you want to find out how, I'll help you out. Now, you're going to have to pay. You got to pay, but it's not fun. Hey, there are changes coming for the Major League Baseball season next year, which I will tell you that December 1st, I can already tell you the show sheet is starting out with baseball heading into a lockout. There will be a lockout on December 1st, guarantee it. They're looking to institute change for the 2022 season. 7-inning doubleheaders, gone. Base runner on second base in extra innings, gone. But now, the commissioner wants to add one more thing that he's taking out of the game, and I do not like it. They're going to ban the shift. Baseball people found a way to strategize the game 125 years into its existence and came up with ways where defense would start to have an advantage over offense by figuring out how to position your players. Baseball wants to legislate that strategy out of the game. I think it smells. Baseball's not exactly cutting edge when it comes to change. But to me, this is completely unnecessary. The shift is strategy. If you can't beat a shift, they're legislating strategy out of the game, Bob. I don't understand.
It's the essence of sports. Nothing pisses me off more than this conversation, I swear to God. It's the essence of sports. Gaining an advantage over your opponent is at its core what sports is all about. And to take that away is ridiculous.
It's like saying you can't have a safety blitz in football.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to. We're legislating out the safety blitz.
Yeah.
Not allowed to, safeties can no longer blitz because we found that it's not good for quarterback's health or something. So now we're going to put in a rule. Baseball's so backwards with this crap.
I don't like the shift.
No, I don't either.
But I think this is a slippery slope because, like, let's say it's the 9th inning and you're almost going to penalize great defensive plays because, like, what happens if there's a ball up the middle that, let's say, Bryson Stott in 2 years gets to in a game for the NL East, and it's a play he shouldn't have gotten to, but he did. The other manager's then going to call in he was out of position, and then you're going to stop the game to, review it?
Correct.
Like, it becomes a really difficult thing to kind of, referee or...
It's ridiculous.
Why shouldn't you be able to play If you wanted to put 6 guys on the right side of second base.
Hit it to the left side.
All right. By the way, JT Realmuto, one of the best in baseball. I'll give JT his credit. He's one of the best right now. He is burning them on the shift. He's burning. And
it eventually will stop because he's burning them.
He's had 4 hits in 4 games against the shift. He's adjusting to it. He's making them pay, and then they'll go back to having to defend them the regular way. Pat?
This is idiotic. This is another example that Rob Manfred is. I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm not a fan of Gary Bettman. He's the worst commissioner in sports.
Gary Bettman.
Has Rob Manfred made one good decision? Like, everything that he's doing is just, like, I feel like no one's in favor of it. And, yeah, I don't like the shift either. I don't
enjoy it.
But it's strategy.
Yes.
Like, it's a strategy of the game. And how do they even police this? Do they spray paint on the field a circle and that's where you stand?
A shortstop. Now, here's the thing, too, is...
Yeah, that's where it gets tricky.
How about this for you?
Can't wait for the first time they challenge it.
Shortstop cannot field a ball right of...
Really?
Right of second base.
You know what?
Larry Boa did in his career.
Ozzie Smith.
Make it stickball then. Make it like it was stickball back in the day. Ground ball past the pitcher is a single. If it hits in the air past the pitcher, it's a double. Well, like, let's just make the rules that. Look, I hear all the people saying, "Oh, there's been so many changes in sports." I know there has, and I'm not saying they're right. You know, the trap in hockey, did it make for bad hockey? Sure,
until people learned to beat it.
Right, but so what? Somebody came up with something for a few years that worked. Why are they being punished? It's the essence of sports. I can't stand that they're taking something away. Look when we were little kids. If you had 7 guys playing against 7 guys in baseball, you had a dead field. Remember?
Yes.
Remember dead field?
Right.
Dead field. Right field's dead.
Right field out.
Which means you couldn't hit the right field. Which means you knew as a hitter how not to hit to that field. You're a Major League Baseball player, and I understand you're going against 95-mile-an-hour pitches. It's the hardest thing to do in sports. Learn how to hit where they aren't.
I haven't heard dead field in a long time.
I never even.
Jamie doesn't
I
even
don't
know.
even remember that.
Really? Yeah, dead field.
It would be dead field.
Yeah.
You'd say dead field. That's dead field.
In an actual Little League game?
If there was
a sandlot pickup.
No, it's like you're playing pickup.
Yeah.
It would say dead field. The only way you could hit the ball to right field is if you hit it on the ground. It had to bounce in the infield or bounce on the dirt.
Yeah, we didn't do dead field.
The dead field was always that.
I never played dead field either.
Really? You don't even know the term, though?
No. It might be a generational thing. But
it is a generational thing, obviously.
Bob, you might as well make it that game, right? I mean, because this isn't the baseball that I knew. I'd rather have 7-inning doubleheaders than this crap, because at least 7-inning doubleheaders, there's strategy involved. There's arguably more strategy involved. But
I hate
this is an embarrassment.
Doubleheader.
I'm not a fan of it either, but at least it's strategy.
This game's 9 innings. The Eagles are going to play. The Eagles are going to play 17 games this year. 14 of the games are going to play 3. We're going to play 3.5 quarters, and for the other games, we're going to play 4 full quarters. It just this to me makes.
I never liked that you weren't allowed to play zone in the NBA. You guys know that. I've talked about that endlessly. Why are you tying the hands of people that are figuring out a way to get an advantage in sport? The greatest thing about sports is, wow, that guy figured out a trap in hockey. All right, we need a guy to figure out how to beat that. You know, a guy figured out a shift in baseball. Okay, let's figure out how to beat that. That's what sports is.
How about quick snapping in college football, the hurry-up offense, where they're doing the quick snap so the defense can't substitute? Nick Saban bitched and complained about this rule, that this was happening.
He's a football guy.
He is. And then Nick Saban hired a offensive coach to then implement it for himself.
Yeah.
And just said, this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, California players, I'll never forget when Chip Kelly was at Oregon, we started, faking the injuries on the field just so they could, slow down that offense.
Because it's what you got to do.
And it's like, well, all right. I mean, they need a breather, so I get it.
Hey, Wendy's does have the 2 for $4 breakfast sandwiches, too, and you can check out the new bourbon bacon cheeseburger at lunch at participating Wendy's. It's absolutely awesome. I hear rumors that it is a Wendy's Thursday.
It is, indeed.
I hear rumors.
A late delivery today. I got an email.
Absolutely starving.
We'll be all right.
All right, yeah, we'll find a way to survive.
Can't wait for that chicken biscuit.
We will find a way to survive. In the linchpin, MJ's in town.
This is the Linchpin.
Yeah, MJ's down we briefly touched on it yesterday, in Atlantic City. It turns out he's here for a Jimmy Johnson fishing tournament outside AC. That's what took him to Stephen Cookie's in Margate the other night. And I heard Andrew and Cuz talking a little bit about this yesterday. If you were a millionaire, to me, like big, what is it, sport fishing? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, deep sea.
Yeah, I think it's big game.
Yeah,
sport fishing.
That'd
Is
be
one
one
of
you'd want to do?
That would be one of the coolest. If I was a millionaire and money wasn't an object, that to me would be one of the coolest hobbies to have. I think that would be a blast.
I always enjoyed any fishing I did off a dock. I do not do well on boats.
Oh, no?
Deep sea fishing is deep sea vomiting for me.
So if money wasn't an object and you could have any hobby in the world, what would you choose? Would you be a plane guy?
No. No. Too many headlines.
Big time skier like French Alps and Italian Alps.
I do love skiing.
I do what we did yesterday.
Golf every day?
I belong to a really good golf course.
Yes. I'd have the best golf membership that I could possibly have.
Yeah.
I'd have many of them.
Yeah, different courses.
Yeah, I'd have like 4 or 5 different courses.
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't want 4 or 5 different memberships, though.
I would if money wasn't an object.
Well, if money wasn't, if you had Shaq money?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That's exactly what I would want.
Yeah.
Because you could go to lunch at a club. You could play golf.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, that'd be it.
But a big-ass boat with, all hooked up.
Me.
Oh,
boat
man.
does nothing for me.
I would like a medium boat and just back bay fishing. I don't need to go deep sea because I'm with John. I don't think it would sit well.
I love the deep sea.
Really?
Yeah.
Captain Bill's, and I still do not like people named Bill. Because if Captain...
What about Uncle Bill down the shore?
Say Uncle Bill, man. Come on.
Phenomenal. Great flapjacks.
Captain Bill's, if anyone had ever been to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Captain Bill's was in the Bahia Mar Yacht Basin, was this deep sea fishing boat. So the Kincade cousins that would go down to Florida with us, I'd get dragged onto Captain Bill's on the deep sea fishing boat, and I would vomit my brains out every single year. And my Uncle Bernie would say, come on, get over it. And I loved Uncle Bernie.
Get over it.
Rub some dirt on it.
He'd say, come on, get over it.
Stop
And
feeling
I
how
would
you feel.
be heaving off the side of the boat. And he'd say, come on, boy, get over it. Thanks, Uncle Bernie. Love you. Love you. Hey, whether it's next day delivery or getting involved in your local communities, Napa goes above and beyond to serve you because their motor never quits. That is Napa know-how.
I've been trying to find the celebrity list from Jimmy's tournament, but it's...
Oh, my gosh.
It's not really named.
By the way,
he's a huge fisherman.
His place in, he's down on, mile marker 0 down there in Florida. He's in the Keys.
Who Pat was in
Jimmy
my
Johnson.
Oh,
Jimmy
okay,
Johnson.
yeah.
He's in the Keys, and he has a house on the edge of paradise.
Yeah, I've called him at it before, and he told me never to call it again.
He did?
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Pat, what would you do?
I wouldn't want people calling me randomly at the house.
Pat, I will tell you, I've had 4 interactions in my life. Now, I'm a fanboy for Jimmy Johnson, so I'm raising my hand. He was fantastic to me every single time. Every single time.
He did it politely when he told me to basically never call him again.
He wasn't polite with me.
Were you calling him at the house?
Yeah. His wife answered.
How'd you get the number?
I was a producer for a long time.
That's bad, though.
She put me on the phone with him on the treadmill, and he was like, yeah, please never call us again. I was like, okay, we'll do. See you later.
So he said, just don't bother him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I get.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fair.
First of all, that's producers, there's a certain etiquette to it. And one of them is not finding out someone's house phone.
Well, it was given to me by...
Yeah, you have to understand, a lot of these numbers that me and Jamie have gotten over the years, it's a guy running in saying, here, try this number.
Oh,
and then they actually answer, and you're like, oh my God.
And that's, yeah. Because that's something. Okay, you got, then you
hey, here, try this.
Somebody sets you up then.
728.
Yes. Someone
Pat,
sets
we didn't
you up
ask
then.
you. If you had a lot of money and you could do what you wanted, what would it be? Because your answer would interest me.
2 chicks at the same time, man.
That's what I'd do.
You're an idiot. Seriously,
I mean, it's not
money to do that.
It doesn't hurt.
It might hurt.
In the last
kill him.
It's not a bad answer.
It's terrible.
Not the worst answer.
Terrible answer.
Deep blue sea fishing or 2 chicks?
Would you want, by the way, it's sort of like the boat idea. I do not understand, I love travel. Love to travel.
So do I.
Okay.
That's probably what I would do, is just endlessly travel.
The last thing I want, and everyone I know can't believe it, the last thing I would want is a shore house. Because everybody says, are you going to get a shore house? And I'm like, no.
I'd like to retire down there. I think the winters down there would be nice.
Like being on the...
Alone. Well, not alone, but
Quieter.
quiet. Yeah.
Quieter. It's so beautiful.
Down the shore.
I love shore towns in the off.
So do I.
Big time. But I do not want a shore house in addition to a house that I own. If you said that, you're doing the Mark Zumoff thing.
Yeah.
Him and his beautiful bride going down to the beach.
I think that's a good way to do it.
That's awesome. If it was my only house, that's one thing.
Yeah,
I don't want the spare house being at the beach.
So my grandfather, my mother's father, once turned down. They had a chance to buy a place on 98th Street in Stone Harbor. God, a long, long time ago, back when things were affordable. And he said no. He told her no because of the exact same thing you said. He didn't want to do the upkeep on 2 houses. So they just continued to rent. That lot today is probably worth like $2.5 million.
So you're saying he was dumb?
No, I think he missed an opportunity.
Missed an opportunity.
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't want it. It's like the boat. I wouldn't want a boat.
Yeah.
I would not want a boat.
The boats are a lot of upkeep.
I'll rent a boat or I'll go out on a friend's boat. But I don't want, and I want the boat to keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going out on a boat, and we would go out on boats.
You don't want to anchor.
No, I do not want to anchor. Because then just the rocking just gets to me.
If this boat's a rocking, you don't come a knocking.
Oh, man.
That's how the saying goes.
It would not want. I don't want the boat. I don't want the beach house. And that's beach house anywhere.
Oh, I want a beach house.
I don't want I don't want a secondary.
Right now
I don't want a secondary home ever. I wouldn't want that. And by the way,
it's a lot.
Everybody in this building, seems like there's a lot of people in this building with secondary homes.
Yeah, except us.
It's like unbelievable.
We're working our way.
If it's the one house, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah, I'd be totally cool with that.
What about snowstorms down there? Did they get a lot of? Did they get a lot of
down the shore?
Yeah.
I don't know about a lot.
It doesn't hit it down there.
It doesn't hit like it hits here.
No,
right?
Not on the coast, but they get some. Yeah.
See, I'd love walking the beach in the winter on like a 50-degree day.
Oh God, no.
Oh, I'd love it.
No, I like early fall. You spend like a Saturday on the beach for a little while.
October's a great month down there.
And you go back to the house and watch college football.
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
the best.
I love off season at the beach though. Seeing the town. Now all the breakfast spots and all that, are they all open or do they tend?
No, some closed. Some are seasonal. Yeah,
most are closed.
A lot of closed.
Yeah.
I'd love to. I want to ride the tram car.
Watch the tram car.
I want to ride it. I don't want to have to watch it. I'll be careful.
If you get there though, like 2 weeks after all those seasonal places open, that's the best time. They've already worked out all the kinks. Nobody's down there
in the morning.
No, I'm talking like because it's like Mayish, so no one's really down there too much. The prices for renting places are way cheaper,
right?
Because kids are still in school. So
I like renting bikes.
Oh, it's great.
I love bike rental.
Yeah, we do it.
Riding the boardwalk in the morning and stuff like that. Love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. All right, we got a lot coming up for you. It's game time. It's a Thursday. It's game time. So you can not only win prizes, you could also potentially get some FanFest tickets. And Pat Egan has got something sneaky up his sleeve for today. So you want to be a part of it? Get in 610-632-0975. John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. I love the Parks Casino Sportsbook app, and I love it because of the fact that it feels like I'm playing daily fantasy right there in the palm of my hand. And with the Parks Casino Sportsbook app, you can download it and get a risk-free bet of up to $500. Go to parkscasino.com/PA. Use the promo code FANATIC. $500 risk-free bet. It can be yours. I love betting on player performances. I think that's the way that I've been trying to strategize that I could maybe improve my wagering game. I thought last night, again, going with the team, I thought, wow, the Phoenix Suns, 4.5 points, that was an easy one. I thought so. I was wrong. You see, sometimes you're going to be right, sometimes you're going to be wrong. Those individual player performances, betting on points, rebounds, things like that. And as the line in the game moves during the course of the game, get a halftime line. Get a probability of victory in the 6th inning. You can do all these things with the Parx Casino Sportsbook app. See the website for details. You got to be 21 in Pennsylvania. If you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. All guests of 97.5 The Fanatic enjoy fun and games provided by Royal Billiard and Recreation, the ultimate game room store since 1982.
Hey guys, it's Andrew, the Tunis. Look, listen, no one's perfect. Even the best baseball players strike out with the bases loaded. The best golfers sometimes 3-putt with the tournament on the line. So if you feel like you're coming up short in the bedroom, sometimes it's perfectly okay. But I get it. If it's bothering you, there are options. You got to go to GetRoman.com/Andrew. With Roman, you can get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for ED, all from the comfort and privacy of your own home. A U.S. licensed healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan. And if medication is appropriate, it ships to you free with just 2-day shipping. The whole process, it's straightforward and it's discreet. Getting started is simple. Just go to GetRoman.com/Andrew and complete an online visit. Take care of your ED without leaving your home. Complete an online visit today to connect with a doctor and take care of it. Again, go to GetRoman.com/Andrew and you can get $15 off your first month. Look, there is a straightforward way to take care of your ED. GetRoman.com/Andrew and get started now to save $15 on your first month of treatment.
Calling all auto techs, detailers, painters, bodymen, lot attendants, or other auto specialists. Carvana, the company that invented the new way to buy a car, is hiring for our Delanco Auto Inspection Center. Grow on the go, working with some of the most advanced tools in the industry at one of the fastest growing companies in America. We have open roles for all levels of experience, from hourly production associates with no past experience to master mechanics and certified painters. And our competitive pay, on-the-job training, and company-paid certifications offer all employees a pathway to success. New hires get a great job on day one with the opportunity for a Carvana career. Other benefits include health insurance with 100% of the premium paid by Carvana and other benefits. Grow your career with stability, working with the team that's disrupting the automotive industry. Now hiring for roles at all levels of experience. Go to CarvanaAutojobs.com to sign up. Carvana is an equal opportunity employer.
For the ones who know that a little late is always too late. And that the clock doesn't stop just because you're missing a part. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. And our Keep Stock inventory management solutions help ensure you have the right stuff in the right place at exactly the right time. Visit Grainger.com/keepstock to learn more. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Good morning, privates! Good morning, Drill Sergeant! I mean, seriously, what a pleasant morning. The sun is shining and the birds are chirping. You seem to be in a good mood today. Astute observation, Private. Astute.
He's probably happy because he found out Honey Nut Cheerios can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
So, in lieu of the obstacle course today, I propose a nice meditative nature walk. Does that sound delightful to everyone?
Yes, Drill Sergeant! Have a change of heart with Honey Nut Cheerios. Learn more about Honey Nut Cheerios by picking up a box at your local store.
What makes the perfect workout? Being able to ride, lift, and stretch in one place with motivating instructors.
Y'all look so good out there, Peloton.
Classes that always work around your busy summer schedule.
Push, Peloton, you got 20 minutes of opportunity on this ride.
Instructor-curated playlists for every mood.
Let's turn it up, come on.
Now what if you had it all? Right at home. The Peloton Bike. Nothing like working out from home. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more.
It's time for some straight talk. We've all been there. You have some real work to do, but the free Wi-Fi where you're working isn't going to cut it. It's like leaving the winning runner stranded on third base. Not good. Well, now you can be your own hotspot with Straight Talk's Ultimate Unlimited plan. Get 10 gigs of hotspot data for just $55 a month. All on America's largest, most dependable networks. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. Compatible device required. See straighttalk.com.
Sometimes watching a flawless serve can make you realize, wait a minute, I think I might love tennis. So you get 2% cash back on rackets, 2% cash back on shoes, 2% cash back on gear, tennis balls, lessons. And before you know it, you've got a decent backhand. I do have a decent backhand. Get unlimited 2% cash back on purchases and be ready for your next passion with the new Wells Fargo Active Cash Visa Card. Terms apply. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. All rights reserved.
Android users, BetRivers Sportsbook is ready for download in the Google Play Store. Just search for BetRivers and download the app. It's never been easier to get in the game. You'll enjoy the ease of use and critical speed of the new BetRivers Android app. Bet with a winner. Download the BetRivers Android app in the Google Play Store today. Presented by Rivers Casino Philadelphia. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
To those who step up to work the sunrise shift, power through the double shifts, or conquer the overnighters, McDonald's wants to serve you a tasty breakfast at a great price. Enjoy a savory and warm chicken McGriddles or a flaky and delicious McChicken biscuit for just $2 each. Swing by McDonald's today. No matter the shift, we're happy to serve you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Price of participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
All right, I've seen your utility bills. Your wife showed me. Your utility bills are crazy. Your air conditioning, your heating bills in the winter. Why is it so terrible? Because of the lousy windows that you continue to ignore. You haven't listened to me about Window Nation, have you? You haven't taken advantage of Window Nation's great deal right now. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No money down, no payments, no interest for 24 months. You don't have to pay for any of this till 2023, but you can see the benefit in your heating and cooling bills by being a more efficient household. All you need to do is go to windownation.com, do your window shopping, every style, every color available for you. And when you don't have to pay for anything until 2023, and you get 2 windows for every 2 that you buy for free, get on in now at Window Nation. Stop wasting money. Stop seeing your money go right out the window. You get it? Call 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION and tell them that John Kincade from The Fanatic sent you.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Picking on Egan is extremely mean, but I assure you, it's just a small, minute, tiny part of our content.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's game day! It is game day. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. And Wendy's has those 2 for $4 breakfast specials. I've heard rumors. Again, I am starving.
I am too.
If I was on the side of that mountain, are we killing Jamie and eating Jamie? If we're in the plane crash.
Nah.
Do you have to get Jamie? Because Jamie would be the most likely probably to go to sleep. Curl up and take a nap. So we could.
I thought you were going to say he's the most
because if Jamie's
delectable.
awake, I think Jamie would be the one that, you know, if you're
I have some good fats in my body, yeah.
Be some nice, you know, if we had it, or you'd eat it, or do you eat it?
I could never eat a human.
I don't think I could either.
If you were dying, you'd just die instead.
I think.
I would try something. No, I couldn't kill someone
eat
and
some
eat
bark.
No, you know, well, you have to save
And even
yourself.
if he's laying dead, no, I wouldn't do that. Nope.
Well,
I mean, Egan's the easiest to take out.
Try me.
So
Try me, Lynch.
See, I think he may be cagey.
I don't
First
think
of all,
he'd be tasty.
First of all, yeah, like
It's all full of sugar, not proper protein.
That's such a stupid, short-sighted thinking to kill me first. You kill the biggest person, he's going to last longer, which would be you.
And
You're
plus-
done for.
Big
Plus
people
we're in
beat up
snow.
little people, Pat.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have to sleep because you take naps almost every day.
No,
So you have
not
to
every day.
nap.
Maybe 2 or 3 times
I
a
would
week.
tire you out and then wait for you to nap off, and then you grab the big tree limb, you knock you over the head, and it's done.
Yeah.
And then we eat well.
I would just pick Pat up and throw him.
I'd rock you with big body shots.
We eat well at that point. All right, it's game time. It is a Thursday.
It's Thursday at 8:30, which means game time. This is Kincade Doesn't Know. Porn star or athlete? Let's play.
Oh.
Yes, it's another edition of Porn Star or Athlete here on the John Kincade Show. Pretty simple premise. We're going to give you a name, and you have to tell us if it's a porn star or an athlete. So the way this is going to work, we're going to have callers line up, 610-632-0975. We have some really good prizes today. And we're going to ask you on the panel, so we've got John, Bob, Jamie, obviously. We're going to ask you a name. If you're not sure, you can go to the caller and ask their opinion.
Okay.
But whatever your answer is, or the caller's answer, that's what we're going with. And if they end up getting it right, obviously, they're going to end up winning fabulous prizes.
Oh, my gosh.
Losers will end up getting tickets to FanFest, so no one loses in this game, obviously.
You mean winners?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I mean. Like, no one's going to lose because you're always going away with something. 610-632-0975. If you want to get in, we will start off with Bill in the Northeast. Bill, you're playing porn star or athlete with John Kincade. John, the first name I'm going to give you is Dick Pole.
Dick Pole is an athlete.
NASCAR.
Well, let's find out.
You can't say it,
Yeah, Jamie.
Don't give out. Turn off your mic.
Yeah, what part of John's name did you not understand?
Right.
Well, no, we don't know yet.
We don't know that.
People know Dick Pole.
Jamie, stop.
Let's find out if Dick Pole is an athlete or not.
That was an athlete's name.
It's not the point,
from
Jamie.
The Northeast.
Dick Pole is not a NASCAR driver. It is a member of the Chicago Cubs coaching staff.
Yes.
Dick Pole.
He's a pitching coach.
I thought Dick Pole was NASCAR.
No, because you don't even know sports.
You're thinking of Dick Trickle.
Am I thinking
You're
Dick
just-
Trickle?
Yeah.
That-
Classic Dick mix-up.
I gotta
There you
check
go.
if that's a name or not, because I know we got an accent.
It is a name. It really is. All right, what does Bill in the Northeast win?
Bill is
you
going to
won.
win a $25 Wendy's gift card. Raise a glass to Wendy's new bourbon bacon cheeseburger smothered in the new bourbon bacon sauce.
about
This
that,
is
Bill?
a bourbon masterpiece that you can eat at participating U.S. Wendy's. So Bill walks away with a $25 gift card.
Way to go,
you're a
Bill.
winner there. Good job, Bill.
Thank you.
Bill's a
Good
winner.
hustle
Put him
by
on
you.
hold.
All right, we're going to go next to Matt in Ben Salem. Matt, you are going to...
Bethlehem.
Oh, jeez. I can't even read.
It's right next to Eagleville.
Yeah, it's a stone's throw away. Matt, you're going to end up playing with Bob Cooney here.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Bob, the name I'm going to give you, Pete Lecoq. Pete Lecoq, athlete or not?
Matt, I got you on this, my brother. That is an athlete. He was a first baseman for the Cubs, and his father was
Bob.
Peter Marshall.
All right, let's
I'm going with Bob.
Let's find out.
Yeah, Matt.
Was an athlete's
Yeah,
name.
Matt.
Bob, if there's one thing we know about Bob Cooney, it's he knows his Lecoq. That is the correct answer. Matt, you're going to end up winning a pair of tickets to see Luke Bryan on
That's
Sunday,
a great
August
deal, too.
8th at the BB&T Pavilion. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
By the way, you brought up Pete Lecoq.
Yes.
That his father was
Peter Marshall.
from the Hollywood Squares.
Exactly.
He was the host. So just think
He's
of it,
not
though.
Penny Marshall's father, is he?
No, brother.
But think of it, brother.
Oh,
But
really?
Here's the deal. His name was Peter Lecoq.
Yes, it was. First baseman, Chicago Cubs, left-handed.
That was good Peter Lecoq knowledge.
Peter
by you.
Lecoq.
You're not going to forget a Lecoq
There
if you
you
grow
go.
up with one.
Go
All
on.
right, next caller is going to be Lenny in Bucks County. Lenny, you are playing with Jamie. I just can't help myself. I'm going to shout out the answers, Lynch.
It was already answered.
Jamie, the name I'm going to give you, and this is a really tough one. Strokahantis Mucho. Strokahantis Mucho.
There's no way.
Is that an athlete? Maybe a highlight player?
There's no way Strokahantis is an athlete. That's a porn star.
I agree with him.
Let's find out if Strokahantis Mucho is an athletic specimen.
That was a real porn star name.
There you go.
Shocking, I know, but
There you go,
Way
Lenny.
to go, Lenny.
Yep, Lenny Strokahantis Mucho, you guys nailed it in more ways than one.
She's a Native American?
She's there's a lot of Thanksgiving going on there.
Oh my God.
Lenny is going to end up winning a Marvel Studios Black Widow prize pack, including 2 tickets to see the film in theaters and on Disney Plus with premiere access now. So
I'm a big Marvel Marvel guy
There you
now.
go. You are.
You've gone.
I've caught the bug.
All right.
All right, next caller is going to be Brian in New Jersey. Brian, you are going to be playing with John Kincade.
Hey, Brian, we're going to win, baby.
Now, Jamie, zip it this time, okay?
Zip it, Jamie.
The name I'm going to give John is Dewana Boner. Dewana Boner, which makes you pose the question,
who doesn't like a good boner?
Dewana Boner, porn star or athlete?
I don't want to boner. Do you want
Brian, I'm saying porn star. Do you agree, Brian?
Yeah, I would have said the same thing.
We're going porn star.
Let's find out if Dewana Boner balls hard.
That was an athlete's name.
No! Come on,
It was
man.
too obvious.
Dewana Boner is a WNBA superstar.
Yeah, that's an athlete.
Come
Brian,
on, man.
I am so sorry, but Brian, will you hang out at FanFest with us?
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to put Brian
It's
on.
too obvious to be a porn star.
Way to fail the man
Dewana
there.
Boner?
Come on, you don't know your Dewana Boners?
Oh my!
You don't know?
gosh.
You don't know the members of the Boner
her
family?
parents had a bad sense of humor, or she married into the Boner family.
Fun fact, she's actually married to Boner from Growing Pains.
He,
Show me that smile
it's a buzzkill, Jamie, but he actually passed away. Let's go to the next caller.
Oh. Yeah. Boner dead?
Boner died?
Boner's dead.
Yeah, Boner dead.
Yes.
Hey, man, Screecher dead?
Boner's dead.
Damn.
Every geeky friend, they all die. There's like a serial killer.
It's like the poltergeist curse, but for geeky friends.
There you go.
This show took a turn.
How Egan is still alive. We don't know.
Let's go to Earl in Washington Township. Earl,
Earl.
You're going to be playing with Bob Cooney. Bob, the name I'm going to give you, Buster Good. Buster Good. Is Buster Good a porn star, or is he an athletic freak? Buster Good.
Earl, help me out. What do you think?
It's a double entendre.
Oh, now you're going to go all French on us.
Yeah, right.
Menage a trois.
I'm going to go...
Come on, Earl.
It's one of the other.
You're killing the
Let's have
segment.
some fun. Let's make it a porn star.
All right, let's find
I'm
out.
Say porn star.
Let's
Pat.
find out if Buster Good did the dirty.
That was a real porn star.
Great job,
Good job, Earl.
Took 45 minutes to get
Good
there,
job,
but he
buddy.
nailed it.
He did.
Earl's going to end up winning a $20 gift card to Wendy's for getting Buster Good correctly.
Earl thinks
right,
we're
Earl.
like Pete and Stan and go on till like 11. No, we got
to speed this up here.
Yes.
Let's go to James in Levittown. James, you're going to be you're ending. I can't talk now.
Hello?
You're playing with Jamie Lynch.
James is our uniting.
Yes, Jamie connection. Jamie, the name I'm going to give you, Dickie Simpkins. Is Dickie Simpkins an athlete or a porn star? What do you say, Dickie?
I'm going to say Dickie Simpkins is an athlete.
Let's find out if Dickie Simpkins is an athlete.
That was an athlete's name.
Way to go, James.
Dickie
James
Simpkins
Smells like a pitcher.
played for the Chicago Bulls. Do you even know
Way
basketball?
off.
No, basketball.
Yeah,
Do you
okay.
know basketball?
Good job,
Apparently
James.
not.
James in Levittown's going to be enjoying. What is he enjoying, Pat?
James is going to also win a pair of tickets to see Luke Bryan on Sunday, August 8th at the BB&T Pavilion.
A lot of people want those tickets, by the way.
Yeah, so
That's
good
good.
prize there.
Oh, we got two more.
We got
Let's
two
get
more.
two
Yeah, let's go to Bill in Harleysville. And Bill, you're going to end up playing with John Kincade, a man who knows a lot about athletes, not so
And
much about porn stars.
I mean, seriously.
John, the name I'm going to give you, Cherry Poppins. Cherry Poppins. What do you think there, Johnny? Is that a porn star or an athlete?
Don't think too hard about
Bill,
this one.
I'm confident, yes.
I'm going
a porn star.
I'm going to go porn star.
Yes, porn star.
That was an athlete's name.
Come on, man. That's a NASCAR superstar. No, I'm kidding. It's a porn star. That was so obvious. Bill, don't worry, Bill. You're going to end up winning a Marvel Studios Black Widow prize pack, including 2 tickets to see the film in theaters and Disney Plus on Premier Access. Now, yeah, that's a good one there.
All right, one last one.
And then the last one we're going to give is to Justin and Sherry Hill. Justin, I'm going to actually let Justin pick who he wants to play with because he's the last one.
All right, I'm going to play with Jamie.
All right.
Seriously?
Jamie,
2-0,
He
bro.
knows Jamie in porn.
From Cherry
Jamie,
Hill.
the name I'm going to give you is Dean Whiteass. Dean Whiteass.
Are you pronounced? How is it spelled?
Wood-ass or wide-ass?
Windass. Dean Windass.
Can you spell it and use it in a sentence?
Country of origin is English. Windass. Dean Windass. I can't read. What do you think? Porn star athlete?
Justin, I don't know if you're feeling me on this one. I think athlete.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you, James.
All right, let's find out if Dean Windass is an athlete or not.
Was an athlete's name.
Wow.
Yes. Dean Windass is an English soccer player. So you guys, I'll tell you what. For a couple of guys that you know your porn stars are athletes.
We're up to no good. Justin and Cherry Hill win something.
Yeah,
right?
Justin and Cherry Hill is going to end up winning also a Marvel Studios Black Widow prize pack, including 2 tickets to see the film in theaters and on Disney Plus with Premier Access now.
I thought that was Brian Windhorst.
Windy.
I don't want to see that man in a porno.
No, you don't.
And you just put that visual in my head.
After watching Scarlett Johansson yesterday in Winter Soldier, I think I got to get in on this Black Widow action.
Pat, where would he have time to do a porn movie after picking up LeBron's dry cleaning, making his dentist appointment, all those kind of things? How would he have time to do that? Seriously.
He's starring in the new movie Space Jam It in Your Bleep.
Did they make? Is he in Space Jam?
No.
Oh, because if LeBron put
No, you know who is though? Ernie
Johnson.
Ernie Johnson's in it. Yeah.
Well, Ernie's a legend, baby. Hey, the Parks Casino Sportsbook app, the official sportsbook partner of the Real Philly Sports Fan, on Twitter at #Parks Sportsbook. You can get daily specials. You got to be 21. If you got a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wendy's will be here soon. I got an email. It's been picked up. It's arriving.
Is today the lunch?
It's not even 9. We're good.
Not even 9. We've been up since 4.
Yeah, it's all right.
My gosh. All right, in Cooney's Corner, it looks like it's a go.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
It's a go, all right.
It is.
Is it all right, though? I mean,
Yeah.
I heard something yesterday that with the Olympics in Tokyo, and Tokyo is like under medical distress with the COVID. I heard in Tokyo that athletes have to arrive at their venue 5 days early.
Yes.
And then be out 45 minutes or something like that after they're done.
Correct.
What do you mean arrive at their venue? Like you have to go to the track?
No,
and sleep there for 5 days?
No, you have to be where you're at.
I don't know what it means.
You got to be where you're at. In so your event is in this section of town. They've got like dorms for you. You have to absolutely be there 5 days in advance.
There's nobody's allowed to watch what you're
not
doing.
allowed to get there 3 days in advance. You're not participating.
No.
Can't get there 1 day in advance. Got to be there 5 days in advance.
Yeah.
That's the rules.
And nobody's watching these things. And it is utterly ridiculous that these Olympics are going on. I am all for the athletes. And look, I don't want to, be a black cloud over there. This is horrible. I can't believe this is happening. And I'll be shocked if it goes through, if it finishes, if everything goes off without
Now you're sounding like
hitch.
Buscaroli in them.
I don't. Why? Why are we doing this?
I agree with you. Why are we doing it? It's stupid. There's a state of emergency in a country where the people, the citizens of the country, are not allowed to be on the streets.
And they don't want people coming in.
And you're bringing the Olympics and you're bringing people from all kinds of countries here. It's stupid. But in my mind, what's also stupid is the fact that, remember Buster Olney? 0% chance baseball season will ever be able to end during a pandemic. Can't have it. It won't work. There were people that were total gloom and doom in the sports media, told us we shouldn't be doing this. There were people saying players were going to die. Players will die. If they play college football, players will die. So I think they can finish it.
Why couldn't all the athletes get vaccinated if they chose?
Because some countries don't have the vaccine.
Yeah, but you're the Olympic Committee. You're an international committee. You could pull resources and probably get the majority of athletes that wanted it vaccinated.
Here's the problem. I don't believe you could do that if you're in a country. If you're in a country where they don't have the vaccines readily available.
For a commoner?
You do that, you start doing that for them, you talk about the people of the country saying, wait a minute,
but
why does this sprinter get a vaccine?
Counterpoint, these Olympic athletes are the pride of a lot of these countries. I mean, these countries get behind these athletes in a major way.
I think it's pretty frivolous to say, though, in a country that doesn't, where people don't have the vaccine readily available to go, oh, well, this guy's a basketball player or a sprinter. But they get one.
Jamaica, how many athletes do they send? 70, 60?
I'll call my wife and I'll ask.
Yeah, I don't know the number, but it can't be that extraordinary.
By the way, Jamaica, haves and have-nots. The haves are all vaccinated. The have-nots are not.
I have no idea what that means.
The people who have money in Jamaica are all vaccinated. The people who don't are not.
But I'm sure it could have been done. I don't think the PR would be nearly that bad on it.
Terrible. I think that'd be terrible optics.
These athletes are a lot of these
people aren't going to think that about my kid. I want my kid to survive. I want my husband to survive. I want my wife to survive. I don't care about the sprinter. We're not watching the sprinter. We're in a pandemic.
You're in a pandemic at home watching. The Olympics should be something to break you from the boringness of a pandemic.
That's what Netflix is for.
I just think
Netflix,
they could have gotten
Max,
the athletes
Hulu.
vaccinated if they tried. I didn't like it where I gotta tell you, I didn't like it where the NBA was going to have every player in the NBA gets vaccinated first.
Yeah, but they're traveling. They're running into.
I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap.
There's a lot of non-NBA players that they are encountering on a daily basis.
No, but Adam Silver was
we're talking about 300 vaccinations.
We should have everybody vaccinated in the NBA. I'm like, BS.com. No, we shouldn't.
I agreed with them.
No, I don't, because entertainment. Well, we want to have everybody on the Tonight Show should have one because it entertains.
They're not traveling city to city and running into non-NBA players.
They were in one place. They were in Orlando in the bubble. That's where he wanted it.
Yeah, the argument against it is, well, that's your job. I'm stuck at home in my job.
Correct.
Why aren't NBA
Everybody's
players
stuck at home.
Stuck at home. The NBA players weren't stuck at home.
Yeah, but
I know that's the argument.
But that's the argument.
The argument.
That's the argument for doing. Like they're
No.
all
Let
the
guy who
hotel
has his
people
own
and
business-
plane people.
No, let the guy who has his own business, the construction guy, the banker, let them get it so they can get back to their business.
I hear you, but I mean, we're talking about 300 vaccinations.
I don't care. It's
that
putting
in the grand
priority
scheme.
on who.
Yeah, but in the grand scheme of the amount of vaccinations we had, 300 is a drop in the bucket.
Now that we had, and now that we have, not when they was first coming out. And Commissioner Silver wanted the NBA players to be first in line.
300.
He wanted them to be first.
Look, I'm not saying they should have been first in line, but they should have been vaccinated when they were traveling around and running into non-NBA people.
Yeah,
300. I mean, geez.
I don't care. If it's
we're acting like it's 6,000.
There's also a moral issue with the athletes too. Like Real Sports with Brian Gumbel, the last episode they did a story on this and the moral conundrum that athletes are having with taking a vaccine from somebody who actually needs it, but then you just trained 4 years for this. So how do you juggle that?
Well, thankfully, if the American athletes should have no issue with it because anybody in America who wants one can have one.
The one guy they interviewed was I didn't even know this was an athletic sport, but it was a speed walker from Canada.
Wait a minute, that's not a sport, is it?
Yeah, it's an Olympic sport. Sure. I'm not even kidding you. I was blown away by it, but yeah.
Speed walking?
Speed walking.
They waddle and go. They know how to get it done.
Just like from Malcolm in the Middle, speed
I did not know that. I swear to you, I did not know that was a sport.
But Canada's a country that's having problems with a vaccine.
Right.
And getting them, and this guy was like, I don't really feel great taking it from someone who truly needs it. But I just trained speed walk. I speed walked all over the mall the other day, so I trained. I don't want to do it for nothing.
Like Canada, Cuba,
the other country
all these other places
they interviewed
where
was India.
They can't get vaccines, can't get proper health care. It's amazing.
I mean, it's just amazing to me. Think of us at our lowest time during the pandemic. Okay, when we were really all stuck at home. Say it's before you got here, John. Us working from home. Jamie had it. Pat had it. Think of the lowest time, and at that time you say, oh, you know what? We're going to bring thousands upon thousands of athletes in here to have an Olympics and judges and everything else. Think of the uproar
Into
we
the
would have had.
hotels. There would have been uproar. There would have been mutiny in the streets.
And while I hate thinking of taking something away from a young athlete, such as an Olympic, the experience is, I would imagine, not going to be anywhere close to what it should be.
Well, there are a couple named athletes who have said they're not going because there's no crowds, so they're not going. They're just like, it's not. Why am I?
I would still go.
I'd go if I was an athlete that had trained forever.
Yeah, I mean,
would go.
My family gets to refer to me as an Olympian for
Correct.
for
and
life.
I trained for it, and I would want to go.
In history of the Olympics,
What does your family refer to you now as?
A disappointment.
By the way, I have no idea too. Do you know that they're sending media members to cover it?
Yeah,
like the Phillies. The Phillies still don't send their broadcasters. And and anyone who wants a vaccine can get one. And we get T-Mac having to sit in a studio in Philadelphia doing games from historic Fenway Park. It's nonsense. And they're sending people over to the Olympics where there's a state of emergency.
I hope this isn't a precedent being set.
I think it is. It's a cost cut. These are cost-cutting measures.
Exactly, yeah.
They're saying, wait a minute. We don't have to buy hotels and restaurants and airfares.
And I'm not downing this, but we see what Comcast into NBC Sports Philly has kind of become. They've cut. A
lot of cuts.
I hope this isn't.
I want to see them back. I want the broadcasters back in the building.
Absolutely is on the board.
They have to be back in the building. They have to do it.
I would like to agree with you, but look at the history of the company.
Let's get them back. It's the way it works. Hopefully, they'll be able to get back in there. We got a lot coming up. I'm going to tell you about some great golf that we played yesterday. We're going to play a game of trust and belief. But yesterday on the John Kincade Show, we went out and kicked off week 2 of the John Kincade Show Golf Tour, presented by MontcoGolf.com and the Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. We had a blast at the Bluebell Country Club. Joey Pohl was out there with us, the director of golf and membership.
That's a real athlete, Joey Pohl.
He should have been in it today, Pat. Bluebell Country Club, beautiful. That was absolutely
we had
awesome.
so much fun. It was such a good time. Great time out there yesterday.
It was such a good time. You know, their goal is to provide your family with an experience where you want to make it your second home. A great golf course designed by Arnold Palmer, a beautiful pool, tennis courts, great clubhouse, their membership loaded with value and entertainment, robust dining schedule, the pool parties, you name it, they've got it. Check out the John Kincade Show Golf Tour webpage at 97.5thefanatic.com/golf tour. Make an appointment with Joey at the Bluebell Country Club. Do not call and say, I want to talk to Joey, because they'll think you're a little uncultured. And it's a great place. You'll love it. Tell them that the John Kincade Show sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
They put it on the air?
Of course they put it on the air. It was a big success.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-546-1987. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-546-1987. That's 800-546-1987. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, folks, get out of the summer heat. Get into the luxury of a cool new Mercedes-Benz. If you're looking for a new car right now, new or pre-owned, why don't you make it a Mercedes-Benz? If you go see any one of my favorite dealerships, from the family of dealerships that I've been going to for years, Mercedes-Benz of Fort Washington, Mercedes-Benz of Westchester, or if you're down the shore, Mercedes-Benz of Atlantic City. If you have purchased a car from those other two dealerships, Fort Washington and Westchester, and you're down the shore and you need any kind of service, you can do it right there at Mercedes-Benz of Atlantic City. That's the beauty of the three dealerships being joined together. Now, every model, first-class comfort and classic style. I can recommend a couple SUVs for you if you're looking for one for the fall season. How about the GLA? That's the nimble and easy one to maneuver, and it has turbo power, which makes it quick on its feet. Or if you need a little more space to drive the family around, check out the GLC. That's one of my favorite models to drive. I love it. I've been driving one for the last couple of years. Plenty of space to hold your weekend bags and sporting equipment. The ride is amazing. So beat the heat this summer. Get your new car at any of the Mercedes-Benz dealerships, Mercedes-Benz Fort Washington, Westchester, or Atlantic City, online at yourmercedes.com. Hey, you know, when people see me walking around the radio station with a bottle of juice, I get a lot of questions. Dude, you must be hungry all day, right? Do you feel tired? Does it really work? Well, to my colleagues and listeners, Squeeze.com is the best juice cleanse on the market. You're going to feel more energized. The juices will keep you satisfied all day and all night. You're going to feel less bloated, and you'll lose a couple pounds. Now, you can try it yourself by going to Squeeze.com. Get same-day delivery if you order before 1 p.m. Just go to Squeeze.com and click Mike Miss in the drop-down at checkout.
Mike, I understand you need the part.
Carly's Car Shop demands more engine-fixing horsepower. They need to floor it to find their staff some backup.
We need to finish up that coupe today. It cannot be here for another 2 weeks.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Here's the dirt on dust. It may seem fine, but it's actually made of dead skin cells and dust mite droppings. That's where Swiffer Heavy Duty Dusters come in, with thousands of specially coated fibers to trap and lock dust in one swipe. Dust can't hide on ceiling fans and bookshelves anymore. When you're done, just remove the disposable cloth and voila! That dust is gone for good. Now that you know the dirt, say goodbye to the dust. Swiffer Heavy Duty Dusters. Stop cleaning. Start Swiffering.
Power your passions for less during Dell's exceptional Black Friday in July event. Enjoy up to $400 off high-performance Dell XPS laptops and desktops, along with next-level Alienware systems, all powered by Intel Core processors. Shop special prices on stunning Dell monitors, top brand electronics and accessories, plus enjoy free shipping on everything. Don't forget to ask for Intel when you call 800-BY-DELL. That's 800-BY-DELL.
Hi, this is Don Gallinal, owner of Respectable Roofing. At Respectable Roofing, we believe respect should always be given to the customer, but it must be earned by our company. We've been earning customers' respect for over the last 15 years, one roof at a time. We are fully licensed and insured. Every job is covered with a 10-year workmanship warranty. From minor repairs to a whole new roof, when you need help, let Respectable Roofing earn your business and your respect. Respectable Roofing, where respect matters. Please Google Respectable Roofing.
In business, days don't just come and go. Every day counts. Whatever your day brings, with Comcast Business, you'll have the solutions you need to make the most of it. Like the power of the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses, the freedom to control your network from anywhere, and advanced cybersecurity to help protect every device on it. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary. Call for details.
The new Bourbon Bacon Cheeseburger from Wendy's is here with our Applewood smoked bacon and our brand new Bourbon Bacon Sauce. Download the Wendy's app for delivery of this great new flavor today.
At participating Wendy's, delivery may vary by location. Prices may be higher than at restaurant. Delivery fees may apply. Wendy's app registration required.
Meineke is committed to keeping you and your vehicle safe and on the road. Right now, Meineke is offering a basic oil change package for only $24.95 with a free tire rotation and battery check. Meineke for tires, brakes, batteries, exhaust systems, and more. Meineke, doing car care right.
Hey, guys, the NBA Finals, they're here. And FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, has a championship offer you don't want to miss. Because during the finals, new users get 30-1 odds on either team to win the next game. That means you can win $150 on just a $5 bet. Series got tied up last night 2-2. It goes back to Phoenix. Looks like the home teams are the bet. There are even more ways to win on FanDuel during the NBA Finals. And when you do win, getting your money is a layup. You'll get it in as little as 24 hours. The app is so easy to use. All you have to do is sign up with promo code Bob to bet the NBA Finals with 30-1 odds. That's promo code Bob to unlock 30-1 odds on either team to win the next game exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. 21 or older and present in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. New users only. Must wager in designated offer market. $10 first deposit required. $150 max bonus. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Our perfect show just ended in Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, if you ever wondered, I do talk straight through the breaks.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show. After our Wendy's breakfast, which was absolutely awesome. Thank you, Mr. Cowper.
Man, that was better than normal this week.
That was delicious.
I think the wait. It was the anticipation that made
I think
it
you're
even
right.
better.
I agree, Bobby. I think you're right.
Thank you, Pat.
100%. Yeah, I
the
think it
best
was.
things in life are worth waiting for.
No.
Aww.
No, I'd like it earlier next week. But, I mean, it was still nice.
Well, 3 or 4 of us say that's worth the wait.
You like the worth the wait?
Your name's on the show, but whatever.
Those home fries were hitting this morning.
Oh, they're delicious.
Oh, man.
I don't know what. I think Cowper must have something in his car that keeps the food warm.
He puts on the hot seat.
I think it must be it.
Yeah.
He puts the heated seats on.
On the passenger seat. And then,
seats on. So I thought, I'm driving the car that my wife drove the last 6 years. And I sent her home with the new car, so now I'm driving her car. And I'm saying, I got to bring the car in to get the air conditioning checked. And my friends from Meineke will give you that free air conditioning check. So I'm like, I got to bring the car in and get the air conditioning checked. This car's just not cool enough. She had one of those clip-on...
Air fresheners?
Yes.
I have one.
Linen fresh clip-on air freshener.
Oh, they smell delicious.
And... So I've never used one of those, and I haven't really needed one. So the other day, I'm adjusting the vents, and I knocked it off, and it fell on the floor. All of a sudden, it was blocking the vent. It blocks the airflow. It makes your car smell, which I don't even understand because the car didn't smell.
Well, the air is supposed to flow through the...
Guess what? No, the minute I took this thing off, all of a sudden, I'm like, the car's perfectly cool.
How big are we talking here? So I have like the little Johns that are like.
Okay, hers was a bigger one.
Like a pin size.
Oh, no, it wasn't pin size. I mean, I was like, come on.
Wait, what were we going to say there?
I called and I said, your air conditioning's perfectly fine. It says perfectly fine. You just had that big Febreze. Like, why do you need it in the car?
Smell good.
She doesn't smoke.
Yeah, but
she does not. She does not smoke.
I left my golf cleats in overnight once. I needed it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. 9 o'clock hour is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. And for details, go to Bagster.com.
Yeah. If anybody ever needed it, it's Pat Egan's car. Have you ever smelled that, John?
Pat Egan's cars, I've heard was terrible.
In on the funk, I'm out on the stank.
Well, guess what?
I don't know how anybody rides in it with him.
Can't imagine. I'm worried about little Jack.
Maybe nobody does.
Being in that car.
Well, I would imagine he drives his son occasionally.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about little Jack.
He's going to choke out.
Like, is there something that's going to
makes him a man?
You're going to check it on out, make it. I'd say it puts hair in his chest.
Absolutely, it does.
There we go. Here we go. Now, everyone must pay attention to this because I'm asking you to play along, and it's very, very different things. So pay attention to what I'm saying. We opened the show today by talking about the local franchises being in turmoil. I'm taking the discussion to a different level right now. It involves a comparison of two different things, trust and belief. So I want everyone on the show to grab a sheet of paper and a pen. Have something to write down on. One little column is your belief column, and one is your trust column. I want you to stack the franchises. I want you to stack them in order of the team you trust the most to turn things around. And the other column is the one you believe in the most that can happen. Those are two different things. You may believe a team is more talented, so they've got a better chance to succeed, but you may not trust the executives will get the job done. What I want to find out is, in your head, if you're playing this in your car, are your four teams stacked the exact same way? Because when I stacked my teams do not match up. The team that I trust, 1, 2, 3, 4, is not the team that I believe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm very confused by that, the way it is. And that's where we'll start the 9 o'clock hour with Bob and Pat and Jamie and Dylan and Connor. It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. Trust and belief. And Bob, you get the concept that there's a difference. You may trust, there's a franchise that you trust the most to get things fixed because things are going bad, but you may believe in another one, that their executive team, that, you may believe in a franchise more, that you think their roster's better otherwise.
Yeah.
Is there a difference for you in trust and belief? Because they are two distinctly different words.
They are. I was having trouble with this one, to be honest. It
is hard.
Yeah. Because they are, if they're not related closely, they're definitely cousins.
They're definitely cousins.
Yeah. And here's the worst part. I don't know where I'm putting any of the four teams.
Okay, I'm gonna start it out this way in the conversation with this. I trust the Eagles franchise the most. Eagles, Sixers, Phillies, Flyers. I absolutely, without equivocation, put the Eagles first, and it wasn't even a thought. It wasn't even a thought for me. But do I believe in the Eagles the most? Nope. I've got the Eagles I believe in at 3 right now.
Yeah. We're opposites there.
So I trust the Eagles franchise. The Eagles franchise, I trust the Eagles as a franchise the most, and it's not even close. The Sixers, I have no reason to trust the Sixers. They can't even win a second-round series.
Well,
I have no reason to trust them. The Eagles franchise, I trust because the Eagles franchise, every time they bring in a new coach, they win. And they never crater for long periods of time.
Here's how bad things are, though. You say you don't trust the Sixers at all because they've lost in the second round.
No, I do trust them. Well, but I don't trust them where even in the ballpark with the Eagles.
But they're probably your number 2.
They're my number 2.
Yeah.
They're my number 2.
I mean, because you look at the Flyers and the Phillies, where's their trust there? The Phillies haven't made the playoffs in 10 years. The Flyers made it last year, but I mean, you're talking 50 years since.
And my trust is totally based on Daryl Morey.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
I go Eagles, Sixers as my trust.
I go Sixers, Eagles.
You go Sixers, Eagles.
Because of Daryl Morey. I trust
Daryl
him.
Morey above the Eagles franchise.
Not because of track record, because Daryl Morey's new here.
Right.
So I can't base this on track record. I have to base it on current status, and I trust Daryl Morey more than I trust
Where's
Howie
your
Roseman.
Trust, Bob? Which one do you go? And are Eagles, Sixers?
3 and 4 are both same on mine.
Yeah, mine too.
Flyers are last on mine.
Yeah, same.
Trust. Flyers are last on
and
trust.
I shouldn't, because I don't trust the Phillies at all.
Yeah, my belief is, God, if you have to put somebody at the top, my belief
No,
would be...
No, we're doing the trust.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How did your trust go?
My trust went Eagles, Sixers.
That's how mine goes.
Phillies, Flyers.
That's how mine goes.
I have Sixers, Eagles, Phillies, Flyers.
You put Sixers ahead of the Eagles.
I trust Daryl Morey more than I trust Howie Roseman.
Okay.
It's that simple
Pat,
for me.
Where'd you go?
I have Sixers, Phillies, Eagles, Flyers.
Sixers, Phillies, Eagles, Flyers.
What the hell do you trust about the Phillies?
What do you trust about the Phillies?
What the hell do you trust about
What's the matter with you?
Everybody's trying to figure
do you
this
even
one
know
out.
sports?
What is going on with you?
Turn your mic off.
What is
Never
going
mind.
on with you, Egan?
Yeah, maybe don't talk.
What do you trust about the Phillies?
Are you going to let me finish my statement or not?
You done?
Thank you, Pops.
I kind of like their core. I got to be honest. I like it a lot more than everybody else. I'm definitely the Billy Mumphrey of the group, the cockeyed optimist when it comes to the Phillies. But I have more trust that they can turn it around quicker than most of these teams. I think they're closer to the playoffs than a lot of people think. I mean, they're still in it. They're in contention. And I wouldn't be surprised if they made the playoffs. So while they haven't done it all these years, and look, belief and trust are two different things.
But see, that's where trust comes in. How can you trust someone who has never shown you that they can get it done?
That's what being a fan's all about, man.
See, now to me, the trust, though, I can't. Now, believe, Pat, that's where I go. My belief is totally different. My Eagles are the franchise I trust, but the team I believe in to have, like, turn things around right now and everything, I have the Eagles at 3rd. I have the Sixers at 1. I have the Phillies at 2.
I have the Eagles at 1.
Really?
Yeah.
You believe in the Eagles' chances to like succeed and turn
to be a top-tier team, yeah.
Like right now, is there current, like we're talking now, it's today.
This season?
Your feet are in today. No, your feet are in today. You believe this is like this, so you're saying this is going to be a quick turnaround?
Yes, because I believe the NFL is the quickest of the leagues to turn things around in.
Bobby?
My belief is most in the Sixers because I think of the 4 teams you have the best player.
And that's what that's where I also go.
Yeah.
I think that the Sixers are 1, but I put Phillies ahead of the
Eagles?
I put the Phillies ahead of the Eagles.
I have
think
Eagles,
the Phillies
Phillies.
I think the Phillies have a chance to be in the postseason. A chance. I don't think it's a great chance, Pat, but I think they have a chance. Where does your belief go, Pat? Because you were way off compared to us.
Yeah, so for belief, the top 2 are pretty close. I have Eagles 1 for a lot of the reasons Jamie said. They have a lot of draft capital. I do like their offense. Sixers 2, Phillies 3, and then Flyers a distant 4th.
Flyers were 4th in both of mine.
Mine too.
That's bad news for the Flyers.
I would put Union ahead of Flyers on each.
Union in it. We're just doing the top 4.
Yeah, but I would have them ahead of the Flyers.
I might have the Union ahead of
could have
all
been,
the
if
teams.
you put the Union in,
I
it might
would
have
have the Union.
They
ahead
may be
of
number
maybe
1.
They would be trust and belief.
Yeah.
Hey, a bourbon masterpiece. It's our friends from Wendy's. They're participating Wendy's. Try the new bourbon bacon cheeseburger. Might be great for your lunch today. Absolutely awesome. By the way, Cuz is doing double duty today. Not only do you get Cuz on his show, but you get Cuz on Cuz's Corner tonight at 6 p.m. live from Parks Casino.
Sweet.
So you get to hang out with Cuz and to be able to do that. So does he do that at the show does it start that way every Thursday? I'm not sure if it does or not. So in the linchpin, there's something that Jamie wants us all to try.
This is the linchpin.
Mac and cheese ice cream. You in?
Oh.
No and no.
Oh.
It came out yesterday that a company named Van Leeuwen is coming out with the Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream flavor.
Cheese.
Now, when you think about it, the cheese is...
Stop. It's gross.
It's so gross.
It's a close cousin of milk and dairy. So would it really lend to being that gross of an ice cream flavor? I'm not so sure.
You would.
I'm definitely going to try it.
You would.
I think it has a sneaky chance to be good.
Oh, jeez. There are things that... Have you had the asparagus ice cream?
No.
The Tom Brady asparagus ice cream?
I thought it was avocado ice cream.
No, you can get all kinds of things. There's asparagus.
Avocado I could at least see being good.
There's avocado. There's asparagus. There's summer blend of vegetable ice cream.
Ugh.
What is wrong with people?
I'm like, because it's chic. It's high end. It's expensive.
It's disgusting. You're missing the biggest word. It's disgusting.
We don't know.
There is a high-end store that carries this here in town. I'm not giving their name, but where you go and you check out, and they have these high-end, and you can get the asparagus ice cream.
Ugh.
And you can get the summer blend of vegetable ice cream.
No, that's terrible.
Oh, my gosh.
But a mac and cheese ice cream?
No.
I think it's got a shot.
No.
It does. It has no shot.
It's got a shot.
This is the worst take you've had, and you've had some really bad takes.
I'm telling you, it's got a shot.
Pat, you should have been keeping score.
It's not going to be overwhelmingly like Kraft macaroni and cheese. It's going to be
it's
subtle.
only called Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Because that would be insane to make it taste like that cheesy.
Why? Isn't that the whole...
That's the whole
Kraft
damn
macaroni
point.
and cheese's point is that it's super cheesy.
Well, yeah, but you can't be overpowering when you're making the ice cream out of it.
Kyle Krudelback says it best on our YouTube thing here. He says, hell no. I like mac and cheese and ice cream, but together, as a stoner, some things sound good together, but that does not.
Kyle,
way to go, Kyle.
That's a winner.
But Kyle, just try it with me.
The scariest part is, Jamie, you have a family. You are a father. You're out here promoting mac and cheese ice cream.
Well,
be better.
I just don't think it's going to be as bad as it sounds.
Oh, my gosh.
It might not be able to
Once
be
it's
as good.
available, we're taste testing it.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you coward. You're trying.
I'm a coward.
You have to try a little. Okay, what is so take it to the next level. Pick something else out that's a distinct food or a distinct flavor that they could make into thing. I thought of Manwich ice cream.
Oh.
Would you try Manwich ice cream?
I mean, I'll try anything.
Manwich.
No.
I almost
Sloppy Joe.
Don't look at me and point and look for affirmation.
No. Would you try it?
Absolutely not. You guys are you're ruining a good thing.
Cheese steak ice cream.
No.
Seriously. We do not have very mature palates in this room, though.
Jamie does.
Well, Jamie has servants. I mean, it's a little different for us, Bob.
Yeah, Jeeves is going to try it before Jamie tries it to let him know.
They have food testers. Seriously, sometimes back there'd be a Sunday dinner and everything, and and they'd say, Jeeves, would you please taste the meat because Master Jamie only likes it medium rare.
It's true. I do like medium rare.
So he'd chew it first. He used to have to chew Jamie's food.
Chew it first.
And then he just spits it in my mouth like a bird.
Oh, my God. I'm going to throw up.
The steak is
What
done,
would be another thing? Pat, come on.
Ice cream is my favorite food.
Ceviche ice cream.
I don't look...
Is ice cream a food?
Yeah.
He eats it for breakfast sometimes.
No, ice
I'll
cream's
eat it for
not a
breakfast.
food, is it?
I'll eat it for breakfast, absolutely. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
You put it in your mouth, you chew it. And
Wait a minute, is ice cream a food?
Yes. What else
Well,
would
is
you call
dessert
it?
a food? Technically, yeah, right?
Do brownies count as food?
Yes, if you eat it and digest it, it's a food.
It fills you up.
Ice cream does?
If you eat enough of it.
Yeah.
If you eat it,
But like if you eat a cake, you get filled. Is cake a food? Yeah.
Here's Alan. Alan says the number one food by people with depression.
Ice cream. That makes sense.
No, I can attest to that.
And he says, and Alan is a certified therapist, and he says one of the things that he does is tell people, get the ice cream out of your house.
No. Now I'm out on Alan.
But why? Yeah, Alan, what are you kidding me?
Because
If you're depressed and there's something that makes you feel better.
It's tied to, because that's what you got to get out of.
Nah, go away.
Alan,
you know what? I actually do have an answer for you, but I've tried this, and it's good. Bacon ice cream is pretty good.
Oh my
because
God.
the savory and sweet.
See, I thought chocolate-covered bacon was going to be good. I tried it once, and I did not like it at all.
Down at Reading Terminal Market, whenever we would go down there.
I did it down the shore, but yeah.
Olivia will always pick up something for her beloved godfather, and we exposed him yesterday. Doc as being a real,
Is he a chocoholic?
No, she just loves to see that there's things that Doc will eat that no one else will try.
Oh, he'll try anything?
Oh, he'll try anything.
Would he eat a cockroach?
He is the hot pepper bacon in chocolate. from one of the stands. They sell it by the strip. So Olivia will find things. Uncle Tom, look what I brought you. Hot pepper bacon covered in chocolate. And Uncle Tom's like, Yeah, Doc's like, I'll eat it. I'm not doing any of that stuff.
Well, I'm going to buy mac and cheese ice cream, and we're all going to taste test it.
No, we're not.
I'll try it. We're going to try it. I'll try it.
I think it's going to surprise you all.
No, it's not.
I'm not trying it.
No.
That's too much.
What about hot dog flavored ice cream for Coach?
My God.
What is wrong with you, dude?
For
Couple hot
Coach, I'm
dogs
just
and
saying,
ice cream?
like some hot dog ice cream.
Coach will be into that, right?
Coach is into it, right? You're into that, Coach.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Actually, just get some ice cream, just regular vanilla, and
then
throw
just-
some hot dogs on top of it. The big wiener. Yeah, that's good
Hey,
stuff.
Coach, by the way, I heard that there's going to be some beautiful cars at FanFest 2021 from our friends at Imagine Lifestyles Luxury Rentals.
That's correct. Do you know anything about them?
Well, guess what?
No,
I've seen.
tell us,
I have
Coach.
Seen, I have seen it, Coach. Feel free to embellish.
So Ryan over at Imagine Lifestyles, good friend of the show, good friend of the radio station. Since year one of FanFest, they have brought their Lamborghinis and Ferraris and McLarens and Escalades. And last FanFest, they had a 67 Cobra that they brought with them. And
Did anyone get bit?
No. Okay. Car.
Oh, okay.
And they line them all up, and they're fun to look at. They're fun to take pictures in, and these guys are great guys. So they are going to be back at FanFest again this year.
Any Toyota Corollas?
And we are going to do a special event.
Yes.
So that you can win a 24-hour rental of one of their cars at FanFest.
Awesome.
So if you can, let's see, should I break this news now?
Why not?
Well, you can't tease it.
I know you can't. So we're going to have a Lamborghini pull, and we're going to mark off, 50 yards or something, and we're going to have people, strong men or strong women, pull a Lamborghini across the parking lot, and the person that has the best time is going to win a 24-hour rental of it.
Okay, that's awesome.
That is cool, Coach.
And creative.
Yeah.
That seems something like it seems like something that would be, you're going to get a memo. Buddy.
Yeah, I'm not just sitting around here prettying up the place, man.
That was worth waiting for.
I like that, though, very
You're really
much.
playing with fire over there, Bobby.
Bobby's thing. Staples Connect has everything you need to help your kid get ready for back to school. With amazing prices for everything on your list, visit your local Staples store, staplesconnect.com, and be more than ready for school thanks to our friends at Staples. Wait a minute. It's July 15th.
Yeah.
When's school begin for people?
They're going back a little earlier this year, at least in the Philly public schools. I want to say the teachers start up late August.
Okay.
The kids are, don't quote me on this, but she said she's starting earlier than normal this
And Olivia
year.
starts the 18th of August.
Wow, that's really early.
But she graduates May 21st.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they get done.
If she has the grades to graduate.
If she doesn't, and if she doesn't, then if she falls into just debauchery.
But yeah,
and doesn't graduate,
summer's already halfway gone.
It's unbelievable.
Stop.
We can't have that.
Why do people rush things so
I'm not.
bad?
I didn't rush it. It already happened.
There is.
You're American.
I used to get ridiculed for that. Bob,
You're eating.
because I was counting so much for football season. Good dude. Jamie's really trying to get you in trouble.
Stand him right now. I swear to God, I want to throw my.
I can't eat tangerines.
I'm not eating.
He's not
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm going down. You're coming with me, Cooney.
all right. Are the Phillies in wait and see mode? And more importantly, are their fans in wait and see mode? We will get to that coming up next. We thank you for joining us on the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. We all love our pets. You guys hear me talk about Nikki Foles and how much I miss my dog, especially when I hear about Pets Plus Naturals. They're members of the family. So are your dogs. Pet Plus Naturals, they want to be part because they've got a mission. They want to save as many cats and dogs as possible. So many resources from Pets Plus go to rescuing animals. That's why every animal available at Pets Plus is not a dog or a cat that you buy. It's a dog or a cat that you rescue. And these animals are saved from a shelter, brought to Pets Plus, where they're cared for by vets, given proper nutrition, and, of course, a lot of love. They're in tip-top shape to be your next four-legged friend and to join your family. I love Nikki Foles. My little doggie, she is absolutely my joy. So go adopt instead. Go to adoptinstead.org. That's adoptinstead.org. See all the animals that the folks at Pets Plus have rescued that are ready to settle into your home. Pets Plus Naturals, locally owned and operated for over 30 years. Great stuff for your dog and your cat, too. You'll love it. Locations all over your area. There's bound to be a Pets Plus Naturals near you. Free delivery in some areas, too. Visit PetsPlusNaturals.com.
The John Kincade Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. It's the return of 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest.
Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live.
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021. Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. It's the biggest party of the year for Philly sports fans.
The countdown is on. 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021 is a free event, but you need a ticket to get in.
Excuse me, what'd you say? Keep listening for ticket giveaways and more special announcements.
And make plans now to be there. Saturday, September 18th at Xfinity Live. Oh my God!
97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021.
Presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. More ways to win.
And Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia, the official hotel partner and after party of 97.5 The Fanatic's Fan Fest 2021. See you there.
The following is a true story.
I had a lady that was in her mid-70s, and I'd sold her timeshare, and that was the lowest I'd ever felt in my life. I knew then that I had to do something to simply not to go to hell for selling timeshare.
Chuck McDowell founded Wesley Financial Group to help folks cancel their timeshares permanently.
Called her and everybody that I'd sold timeshare to, and I said, this is what I said to you that was a lie, and this is what you need to do to cancel your timeshare. From that point, people started referring friends to me to help them cancel the timeshare, and that's how it all started. I fought the world's largest timeshare company in federal court. If I had lost that lawsuit, there would be no one helping people that have been lied to when they bought timeshare. If we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or we'll give your money back. That's what makes us different.
Call Wesley Financial Group now for a free information kit. 800-881-4300. That's 800-881-4300. 800-881-4300.
This Fanatic Off Report is brought to you by Parks Casino Sportsbook app, the #1 casino in PA. Just a few days left to enter the Fanatic's British Open contest. Go to 975thefanatic.com, click on the contest icon, and pick the winner and the winning score to win a dozen Callaway balls and $100 in gift cards. All the top players will be at Royal St. George's in England, battling the windy, firm, fast conditions on a tough par 70 course. It's the year's last major, and a large British contingent are really hungry for a win. Entries close at noon on Thursday. Good luck. For The Fanatic, I'm Mike Rose.
Golf season is in full swing, and the Parks Casino Sportsbook app has you covered. Betting on golf is fun. Bet on outright winners. Bet on match winners. Bet on individual golfers' daily performance. Live hole-by-hole betting. The Parks Sportsbook app has a great offer to bet on golf for new customers. Download the app and make your first bet on golf risk-free up to $500. Click parkscasino.com/PA and promo code GREEN. Your risk-free bet refunded in site credit. Website has all terms and conditions. Must be 21 in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Atlantic City. They are back. Guns N' Roses, Summer 2021. Saturday and Sunday, September 11th and 12th. Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Atlantic City. Special guest, the debut of Mammoth WVH, featuring Wolfgang Van Halen. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Guns N' Roses are back. It will be unmissable.
To those who step up to work the sunrise shift, power through the double shifts, or conquer the overnighters, McDonald's wants to serve you a tasty breakfast at a great price. Enjoy a savory and warm chicken McGriddles or a flaky and delicious McChicken biscuit for just $2 each. Swing by McDonald's today. No matter the shift, we're happy to serve you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Price of participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Today's pros need today's tools, and nobody understands that better than the Home Depot. Our app makes it simpler to get supplies ordered and delivered. Our online project calculators cut guesswork and last-second supply runs. Job site delivery puts what you need where and when you need it. And rental puts the right equipment in your hands, but not your overhead. That's how today's pros get more done. New tech, new tools, old-fashioned hard work. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like Taylor Swift choosing what to wear.
It's looking kind of chilly out today. I think I'll go with a cardigan.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere. making Capital One an even easier decision. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One NA member FDIC.
Congratulations to my man, Anthony! That's right, Anthony Labruciano. Recently named the Contractor of the Year. It's like the MVP award. If your roof's looking tired, maybe there's a small leak, or your windows are drafty, not keeping the cool air inside where it belongs, or your siding's old, cracked, or showing signs of mold, don't worry. Call my friend Anthony Labruciano, the Shingle Master. You'll have an expert who's proud of every single job they do, including yours. Labruciano Roofing Exteriors, 610-265-ROOF or PARoofPros.com.
With no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, banking with Capital One is like the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Kind of like Taylor Swift choosing what to wear.
It's looking kind of chilly out today. I think I'll go with a cardigan.
Yep, even easier than that. And with our top-rated app, you can bank anytime, anywhere, making Capital One an even easier decision. That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
New consumer accounts only. Approval required. Terms apply. Capital One NA member FDIC.
Wendy's only makes one kind of breakfast. Your new favorite one. How do we do it? With fresh cracked eggs, oven-baked bacon, and flaky croissants. You know, the things your old breakfast wasn't doing. So toss that old news and its soggy eggs somewhere useful. And get to Wendy's, where the sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, bacon, egg, and Swiss croissant, and honey butter chicken biscuit are just 2 for $4. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $4.
Limited time only. Single item at regular price. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now.
NBA Finals, Game 4, everything tied up at 2 games apiece. The series heading back to Phoenix. Did you happen to win any money last night? Well, I did, and I did it using my Twin Spires Sportsbook app. The Twin Spires Sportsbook, here's what you need to do. If you sign up and place a $10 outright wager on the eventual champion, you can walk away with an extra $200 in your pocket. Here's what you have to do. You take out your phone, download the Twin Spires app, and register using code HOOPS200. It's code HOOPS200. Download the app and bet today. Void where prohibited. For terms and conditions, visit twinspires.com. You must be 21 and physically present in Pennsylvania to bet. Twin Spires is a proud partner of the Presque Isle Downs and Casino. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Remember, when you leave the car, we don't have to leave your morning. Grab that 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Thanks again to Wendy's for our Thursday breakfast. The official breakfast partner of the John Kincade Show, Wendy's. That was absolutely delicious.
Paul Blake came over and got some because he said he hadn't tried it. I was like, oh, man, get in there.
Paul Blake's allowed to, too. He's
Absolutely.
welcome in these
He's head
hallways.
of our national... What's he head of? Head of sales, right?
He's head of sales.
All of it.
He's head of all of it.
All of it. The whole...
All of it.
All of it.
The whole kit and caboodle.
So he's entitled to have a sandwich.
Oh, yeah. He's more than entitled.
Now, what if one of the Dinas came over and wanted a sandwich? We're all in. Are they in? Like, do we have to put up like a wall?
Nah.
They'd be welcome.
Yeah,
right?
they're welcome.
I think Dina'd kick your backside if you tried to tell her she couldn't have one.
Probably.
She'd take you out. What about Joe Z? What if he wanted to come over and just lick the wrapper?
He just had a big a big gulp of air. I saw him around the corner. Yeah, he's good for a couple hours now.
Joe Z not welcome to eat the
he's
Wendy's.
out. Joe's out. No, he's
not welcome to eat the Wendy's.
He is not allowed to break bread with us. No.
He's not allowed.
Out.
Pat, do you agree with these standards as far as?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If Joe Z and the Pussycat?
He's such a mean guy. It's like, get away from our Wendy's.
First of all, Joe Z walks around here munching on grass and a bowl of steam for lunch.
He's got the best hair in the building. Joe Z does.
Well, it's got real quiet, real awkward. I think there's somebody on the show that takes offense to it. And Bobby, I'm going to tell you right now, it's me because I have the best hair.
No, I think Joe Z does.
Egan has really good hair. Oh, Joe Z has spectacular hair.
No, Joe Z's a...
You guys are pretty similar.
It's a close second.
You guys have kind of similar Jamie Lee Curtis cuts.
Yes, very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar. Both Joe and I, confident men in that we are our hair color.
Yeah. Speaking of...
we're our hair color. You know,
speaking of Jamie Lee Curtis...
Yes.
So I put a picture up on the show Instagram account, which is the John Kincade Show on Instagram. And it was of Jamie and Steve Vasilati, who works at our sister station, MGK.
That was an awkward picture.
And it's a very awkward picture.
Coach forced it. It was very
They're both
awkward.
kind of wearing the same outfit.
And they were.
Yeah, the outfit's brought to you by
country club boys.
Yeah, the outfit's brought to you by Vineyard Vines.
Yes.
And so I posted it, and somebody commented on it. This is the most awkward picture.
Did you just say lemon Lulu?
As soon as I said it.
Somebody commented on this is the most awkward, uncomfortable picture or something. And I said, sir, have you seen the picture of John Kincade with Jimmy Lee Curtis? Because I argue that is way more uncomfortable.
By the way, and you don't know how many family and friends have been like bawled out laughing at that. They absolutely loved that. They thought that was hilarious.
So
it was really good.
We're golfing yesterday at beautiful Bluebell Country Club.
It was awesome.
And Jamie and I go into the pro shop. Jamie and I go into the pro shop, and we decide, we're going to get some hats. Look at the color of the hat that he picked out. Like, I worry about you sometimes.
No,
what are you talking about?
That's what you would wear in the polo ad.
It's
That's
red.
the color. No,
That's
it's
not
not.
red.
That's
It's
not
pink.
red.
But that ain't red. That's
I'm
salmon.
shade blind. That's pink.
It's not pink.
He's like, I was going to go for the yellow
See,
one, but
now
I decided
I was gonna
I
sweat
like,
through-
can you
Okay,
just get a
Here's
normal
what we come into
What the hell are you
it. I'm
talking
shade
about?
blind. That hat's not red.
It's not pink.
See, now to
it's
me,
not red.
To me, it's pink. What
It's
is it,
more
Pat?
red.
Okay, so it's not farm salmon, it's wild salmon. Because there is a
Good point,
difference. When you
Pat.
go to the store, when you go to
Bob-
to an Acme or something, there's a
Okay,
difference.
Bob bought
wild salmon.
Bob bought blue.
I had a blue hat. Yeah.
It's baby
I'm gonna
blue, so
wear
that's
it
not
tomorrow.
manly.
Wait, you bought
I'm not talking
Carolina
about
blue?
manly.
Yeah, it's basically what you're
no,
saying.
it's not Carolina blue. It's more of a sky.
Baby.
I would call it a sky
And
blue.
I love.
It matches
I
my
appreciate
eyes.
the only place I'll wear a hat is a pool. I just now wear hats because I have that PTSD of wearing hats so often when I was sick. So I just have a bad part of it. But man, I wore the Marion hat in the pool. Cousin Maddie got me the Marion hat.
Can't find my Marion hat. It's among the missing hats that it's just bothering the hell out of me.
By the way, Ricky Bo joins us tomorrow.
Yes.
So he'll join us on Friday.
Reopening day.
Diva joins us on reopening day for the Phillies.
You called Ricky a diva?
He's coming in on Friday because it's more comfortable for him.
Oh,
It's more comfortable for
I feel
him.
the tension already.
I don't know. It's all right. It's
I can feel it.
It's Ricky Bo's world, and we're just living in it.
I totally disagree with you on that, John.
Why?
Because it's well known that Ricky's favorite fast food place is Wendy's.
Okay.
He loves Wendy's.
He does.
And usually, I'd say 95% of the time when he comes in here, he shows up early at about 8:30 for game time. Sometimes he even calls up in place.
And who makes sure he always has a sandwich?
Connor. And
No. I always
The
make
first thing he says is, "Where's the Wendy's?"
Yes.
So I don't think he would
Skip a Wendy's?
He would skip a Wendy's Thursday. I really don't believe that.
Because he's on a fixed budget. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can do that.
He only made like $10 million in his career.
It's unbelievable.
It only goes so far, Johnny.
Counting his
Did he
money.
make that much?
I looked it up.
I guess
on
like
Baseball
9.
Reference.
I would guess it to be a 9 to
This
10
is something
million
I'd
guy.
never talk to him about, but here in the trust
If it was Price is Right, let's do it right now in career earnings for Ricky Pitalico in Major League Baseball. No, don't look at it. No, don't look it up.
all right.
Pat's looking it up,
All right.
and we'll play Price is Right. Okay, I'm going to say Ricky earned $9.65 million
It's a pretty good guess.
in his career.
That's probably a good guess. Would you say 9.65?
What are you going to go? 9.65 and 1?
Yeah, I'm going to go 9. I'm going to go 10.2.
Okay,
I'll go
10.2.
slight under because baseball hadn't fully blown up yet. I'll say 7.9.
Okay, so
Actual retail price.
Bob ends up winning $10,519,000.
That's nice work.
Can I leave?
Ricky made $10.5 million.
That's awesome.
His
That's
best
beautiful.
season was with the Cardinals in 1999. He made $2.3 million.
Oh, money-wise, his best season.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That wasn't his best season, but it was still his. That's awesome. Good job by Ricky.
Way to go, Rick. Way
That's
to earn
good.
that money.
Good job,
So
Rick.
I guess Ricky's buying Wendy's for us tomorrow.
Yeah, just feel free to show up. Feel free to show up. We'll look forward to having you. We would love to have you here.
Love you, Rick.
Phillies reopening day is tomorrow. So, everybody, I'm asking, can you participate in our reopening day tomorrow? A Phillies hat, a Phillies T-shirt, a Phillies jersey that you want to wear. It's reopening day tomorrow for the Phillies. Try. I know Philadelphia sports radio is the let's always go with the negative angle. Let's try 500, 3.5 games out of first, a huge opportunity. 12 of 14 games at home after the break.
Welcome to the party.
I'm looking forward to going down tomorrow. Got a press credential. I'm going down.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun.
First time I've really been able to arrange it and get this done. Coach, thanks for your help with that. So I'm looking forward to that. Doubleheader's awesome.
I enjoy the 7-inning doubleheader.
They have to take both tomorrow. You got to come out with fists flying. I really believe
here's
that.
what I'm going to say. Bob, there's 4 games with the Marlins. They never beat the Marlins 4 times. So let's just assume the best case scenario is 3. What if they split tomorrow, win Saturday and Sunday? You won't feel the same about it just because they don't sweep a doubleheader?
Well, the immediacy of it.
You're feeling the immediacy of it.
I do. I really think if they're going to win, what do they have, 12 games?
12 out of
14
yes.
at home, the 2 are at the Yankees. If they're going to win 8, 9 out of the 12, I really think they have to get the momentum going tomorrow by winning both games of that doubleheader.
Guy said to me earlier on email, let me just make sure I get his name right, David. David says, Kincade, you've been spending too much time on Bong Boulevard. He goes, if you think that the Phillies are about to go on like a big streak where they win 75 or 80% of their games during a 2-week stretch, when have they done that this year? When have they done that in the last 2 years? Why would you have confidence that that's all of a sudden going to happen? I said I think they're going to go 7-5. I thought 7-5. You guys all bet the over 7.5 that I said.
Yeah. I mean, 7-5 is the much
7-5,
safer.
8-4. I think they're going to be 7-5.
I tend to agree with the emailer that, to expect a 75% win click from this team is probably foolish.
That's 8 wins.
Yeah.
That's 8 wins.
But I just think because they're home, the majority of those, the opponents are beatable, but you got to take care of the business versus the Marlins or you're screwed. And that's something they haven't been able to do.
Right. Because they're a 500 team.
It really is. And we're gonna find out more about it. We're gonna find out more about it coming up. But I hope that the fans come back, because really it's time for the fans to show up and to really start packing the place. There's no school excuses. This team is right now a second place team in a division where they were predicted to finish 4th. There should be some excitement, and now they could be in 4th in a matter of 2 days.
Yeah.
It's not like it's...
Yeah, it can go one way. It can also go the opposite way quick.
But it is the time that I believe fans should start to... I think the team is worthy of an energetic pump in the arm. Let's do it.
They're worthy of it?
Yeah, right now I do. I think that they've been interesting. They've been interesting enough to me in the last month to have me intrigued. A month ago, I was much more down on the Phillies than I am now.
If I'm putting my money out there, say I'm taking 3 people in my family, so 4 of us go into a game, I have to pay for the tickets, the parking, all of that stuff. I think, as you said, I'm in a wait-and-see mode still.
You're still in wait-and-see mode?
I think I am. Yeah, I think I'll wait for maybe the first 4 games of this series coming up or something like that. Yeah, look, I'm not saying I'm right, but that's just how I would feel.
Patty?
I'm all in. I'm in right now.
You're not, are you all in Tunis train, or are you all in measured reasonable? Because the Tunis train might be a bunch of psychopaths.
Yeah,
and they're Philly psychopaths, led by the king of the Philly psychopaths, Andrew Salchunas.
Nobody thinks they're a psychopath. Even Jeffrey Dahmer was like, "No, I'm normal."
Exactly.
But I like to think I'm measured, but I'm all in the sense of, like, I do think that they could very well make the playoffs. I'm not all in the sense of trade for Chris Bryant, go out there, get Craig Kimbrell, let's go all in. In 2008, 9, 10, they went kind of all in. I think they should add at the deadline. I think they should add and be smart about it, though.
Pieces.
Yes, bit pieces. Maybe a 5th starter, bullpen help, maybe a bench off the bat. But
bench off the bat?
A bat off the bench, you mean?
Look,
what is a bench off the bat?
It's something that a psycho says.
Seriously,
that's when you break off a piece of the bench and whittle a bat.
Chunis
is the Mad King.
His youthful enthusiasm has not been beaten out of him yet, and I love that.
The one good thing Matt Klentak did when he was here was he made really smart trade deadline acquisitions. Like Corey Dickerson ended up being a really good pickup. Getting Jay Bruce, where the Mariners and Mets were still paying him, was a really good pickup. He made those minimal tweaks that were really good. I would say that's the one good thing he did when he was here.
I think it's an interesting study on Cuz Radio every day as I listen to it, because I believe, in a way, they are the exact same Philly sports fan.
Chunas and Ant?
Anthony and Chunas can bring as much joy to being a Philadelphia fan as I think almost anybody can that I've heard in this market. They can bring the joy of being a fan. The joy, like Anthony, I can't even imagine what Anthony's going to be like on the Friday before Eagles games. Like he's going to be bouncing off the wall, so excited.
No, he thinks they're going to suck, so he might not have it this year.
Yeah, but he'll still be psyched.
No, he has it already.
But he's psyched for the games. He's psyched for the event.
But he's just as psyched for the league as he is for the team.
But Andrew is that fan who is just as psyched as Anthony. But Andrew has the wide-eyed, this could still turn out great. Anthony has the, I've had too many buildings fall on me. I understand what it's like. But it's almost like they're the same guy. But they've just, one guy has been through much more of the wars, and Andrew still has that belief that life can be good.
Yeah,
and I find that charming. I find it charming when people find optimism in life. I think it's awesome.
I think it's a good way to go. I mean, being optimistic is so much easier, as I've said before, than being pessimistic.
Being pessimistic is pretty easy. Optimism's harder.
No, I don't think so. I think pessimism just.
We're talking about Philly sports
grueling.
teams. It's easy to be pessimistic.
No, you have reason to.
I get called Sunshine Mary because I'm optimistic.
Okay,
which is harder to do than being pessimistic.
I think in life in general, not talking specifically something that's been bad, being optimistic in life is easier than being pessimistic.
I think it depends on the person.
It's harder to be pessimistic.
Yeah, I think it's more grueling.
It depends on the person.
I totally disagree with that.
I think pessimism is easy.
I think it's way easier to be pessimistic.
Yeah.
Wow. See, I find most pessimists are fake. I think pessimists set, let's say there's a promotion up at work, and they really want it. They really want the promotion. And they know that they're in a good position to get it.
Mm-hmm.
They continually tell themselves, I'm not going to get it, I'm not going to get it. And then they'll go, and I'll say, why would you have that mindset? And they're like, because if I don't get it, I'm not going to be disappointed. But if I get it, it's like, wow, I got it. That's a surprise. I think a lot of pessimists are fake people. I think they don't want to believe. It's so much harder to me, it's harder to be negative. It's harder to hold a grudge.
I think it's easy to be negative.
Really?
Yeah.
And you and Pat both were adamant about that. Bob and I feel differently on that. It's more effort to be negative in life to me.
Well, the reason I say harder is because I think being pessimistic is not an angry thing, but it just drains you more than being optimistic.
It might drain you, but
therefore harder. Thank you, Jamie. Just proved my point.
No, not at all. It may be draining, but it's easy to go negative.
It's not easy to be draining.
See, I think it's harder to go negative. It's so weird because you guys are like...
It's an interesting topic.
You guys, it's very much... And you know what, though? There probably isn't a right answer.
It depends on every person.
I'm actually relieved that me and Jamie are on the same side because Jamie is more optimistic. I'm way more pessimistic.
And I tend to be very optimistic.
I feel like I'm the only pessimist in the group, honestly. I feel like all you guys are optimistic, and I'm the one who's...
I put
sky's falling.
I put Bob as the equator.
No,
Bob can be very pessimistic or very optimistic.
No, Bob comes in here with a smile on his face every day. He's peacocking around. He loves life.
I see Bob as the most measured of all of us, of the four of us. I think Bob is the one who is most likely going to judge each situation, and he could be very pessimistic, very optimistic, whereas we tend to gravitate more towards our comfort zones.
Yeah, you're right. Bob's Judge Wapner.
Do you hear that?
Got to get home for Wapner.
You almost look like you don't think that is a compliment when I say that.
No, I'm thinking. I wasn't saying that.
Because I take that as
all.
a compliment.
I think things out a little more than I react to them.
No questions asked.
So it's like being on the golf course. All right, so I even surprised myself. Like if I sink a long putt, which I did a lot yesterday, but if
you had a couple really nice ones yesterday.
I don't jump up and down. I don't yell like, "Hey, everybody, you see that putt?" That's just not my nature. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just not my nature. I don't like to draw attention. I don't know. It's weird. I just find optimism to be so much. For me, so much easier than pessimism.
Coach, you get a not a deciding vote here, but I want to know where you fall into the camp. Jamie and Pat think it's harder to be optimistic, and Bob and I both think it's harder to be a pessimistic person.
No, I think it's harder to be a pessimist.
I do too.
Because it drains too much out of you to be so negative about stuff.
After the fact, you do it.
Yeah, but it becomes a part.
To keep it up may be more draining, but to get to a negative thought is way easier.
See, negative thought in my head is much.
Wow.
The negative thought in my head is probably. I need more negative thoughts in my head. Like it's like, to be real, I'm sometimes hyper confident. Sometimes I could use a little negative thought in my head once in a while to say, John, hold your horses, back up.
See,
this out.
The reason I say it is I'm the opposite. I usually think worst case first and then talk myself into why it's not going to happen.
Hey, the Parks Casino Sportsbook is the real official sports partner of the Philly Fan. On Twitter at #Parks Sportsbook for daily specials. You got to be 21. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Cooney's Corner, he's going to tell us about our day at Bluebell yesterday.
No.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
What are we talking about here
what
now?
happened
I
at
don't
Bluebell
know.
yesterday?
We played golf yesterday, and it was fun.
You just made my point for me,
Egan
Bob.
jumped out on us.
So wait, one of these days, are you going to golf with us, Pat?
No.
Absolutely.
And we'd love to.
It didn't work for my schedules all that day.
Okay.
Hockey players would play golf and then play hockey.
They would, and
He had
my
a
hockey
10
team
o'clock game last night. He couldn't play golf at 12:45.
I had
yesterday.
an 8 p.m. game last night, and to Jamie's point, I will say my hockey teammates will tell you I'm not a hockey player. So,
well, wait a minute. Bob was on the air at 6 o'clock for Beers with Bob.
Yeah, I came right from the golf course and did a show, Pat. A show.
That was
a winning
awesome.
show.
The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
Did you win last night?
Bluebell was
We did.
awesome.
Oh,
there you go.
Never mind then.
Bluebell Country Club was great. Yeah,
It was awesome.
it was
Bluebell.
gorgeous when we walked out of the bar. Oh, the view was amazing.
Here's what I just say: call Bluebell Country Club and say, who do you want to speak to? Joey.
Joey's
and just
the
ask
man.
for Joey.
So I always look at golf as a real bonding thing. And I've said to you guys before, you learn stuff about people when you're golfing. And I don't mean just through talking, but by actions, whatever it may be. So I got to thinking, do you guys remember a sporting event that was a real bonding moment for you? Because I have one memory, and it was a
sporting
Phillies
event.
It was a Phillies game when I was a young kid. Now, my dad, I've said this on here, was a very serious man. And there wasn't a lot of joking, and there wasn't a lot of, with me at least, he was a parent through and through. He took me to a Phillies game, and the Phillies lost a playoff game, and the fans were ticked. We went into the bathroom before we had to get on the bus, cab, train, whatever, to get home, and a guy in there said, there are more D's in here, or there are more D's on the Phillies team than there are in this bathroom right now. And my dad was standing next to me, and I didn't know whether to cry because I was like 8 years old and a guy cursed in front of my dad and me. But no, I found it to be a real special bonding moment. Yeah, there we were peeing together, and somebody cursed, and I thought that was a bonding moment.
Was it a trough?
I think it was a trough, yeah.
That was the old trough. A lot of young kids don't get experience it.
A lot of good bonding moments happen in the
I was going to ask you guys, bonding moments, sports, family, friends.
January 2018. The most bonding sports moment of my life. NFC Championship game versus the Vikings. The most joyous Eagles home game I've ever been to. It was over at halftime. I meet my buddy Joe is in the next section over. A childhood best friend. We're hanging out, laughing and smiling. My buddy Paul that I'm up with and his wife Ann and all our friends there. I tailgate earlier with high school friends. That was the most joyous night.
I had the same answer.
That night, really?
Yeah.
Same game?
Yeah, I went with a caller and listener of the station, Violations Greg, who's become a good friend of mine over the years. We're forever bonded.
That moment.
Because that's like probably the happiest sports moment outside of the Super Bowl of my life. So me and him are forever bonded because of that.
Patty?
Two came to mind immediately. My dad picking me up and telling me that we're going to go see this new pitching prospect for the Phillies named Randy Wolf's first game.
Wow.
But it was that excitement of like just going to a baseball game, and it was so spontaneous. You weren't expecting it. And heading down to the vet, and the team was terrible, but you didn't care.
You better do that with Jack.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other one was them winning the World Series, and where I was, and we walked from Temple to Center City. I met my buddy who walked from Penn to City Hall, and we had gone to like 38 games that year. We're like huge fans, so we hugged it out, we celebrated. So it was a big moment.
You almost lost your virginity that night.
I don't want to get personal, but I'm still waiting for the.
You and Jamie slept together.
I'm not waiting for the right person.
You almost lost your virginity that night because when I was did not know what radio station I would be working at, and I was monitoring this, I heard the story.
Well, the story, and at this point, it's well known.
Well, Pat and I at least had sex one time.
Well, there you go.
And
you lost
Jamie
it.
was the friend that met me.
Hey, remember to support life-saving cancer research.
Literally.
Join me and the team and our generous partner, Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning, and make a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research today at 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR because cancer research saves lives. Tomorrow, Phillies reopening day. We'll send out reminders later. Wear your Phillies gear. Experience some of the joy. Don't be a pessimist. Embrace the optimism. You want some more optimism? Hang out with Cuz Radio coming up next. Have a great day, everybody.
The John Kincade Show.
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
On 97.5